So it's not about a job. That's why I lost y'all. Nothing new. Same shit, different day. I lose count of how many people I talk to in a day over jobs. Hell, sometimes I still get calls after damn 9 o'clock at night. And if I answer the phone, I'm like, hello. They're like, yeah, we're calling about this job in reference to... I'm like, ma'am, it's 9:30 at night. Y'all don't have normal business hours? Wow. So, yeah, and they're just like... They don't care that it's midnight. And I'm like, trying to get out of my slump. What job is this pertaining to? And half the time they tell me, I don't even know what it is. I don't even know when I filled the job application out because it's been months. I remember going and asking this one job. I was like, yeah, I was looking for employment with you guys. And they said, yeah, you have to do that online. Everything is online nowadays. You can't just walk into a place of business. So I'm like, they're like, it's online. You have to apply online. I said, I did apply online. I applied online like 3 months ago. And the girl says to me, she says, oh yeah, sometimes my manager just forgets to look at the job applications. And that's the problem with everything being online, is there's no person behind that application. It's just you're just another number. You have no face. You have no identity. The great thing about in-person job interviews is that you can scale a person. You can see what temperament they have. You can talk to them and see how they do in social settings. It's, you know, a job interview it's supposed to be to see if someone is a good fit for your company, for your business, if they're going to be a good fit and they're going to add to the business. You know what I mean? You want them to add skills that's going to help your business grow or be better. When you take that away, when you take the person away from the application, the personality, the person, you're left with nothing but just a piece of paper. So they don't know me. All they see is that felony. And they assume shit. And then when they get on the phone with me, it's already too late. They've already decided that they're not going to hire me, or they've already heard that they can't hire me, or, you know, whatever. It does not help that I live out of my car. It probably looks a certain way. If they found out that I was living out of my car, it looks bad. How do you sit down in a job interview and explain to somebody that your whole life savings and your property was stolen? That's kind of hard to do, so just don't. It's nobody's business anyways. I tell you guys because this is my channel and these are the things that I want to share. Being able to admit these things to myself has helped me heal in serious. You have to be honest with what started it all. So many women don't talk about these things because of the hate that they get, and it's not right. A lot of men don't talk about them at all because of the hate that they get. Men are a victim of sex trafficking too. Men are absolutely a victim of erotic sex work, you know? I've got to eat today. My head is killing me, and I know it's because I haven't eaten or showered or anything since yesterday. Every time I try to eat that sandwich, it just gets grosser and grosser. At least I took like 2 or 3 bites. I called another pawn shop and I said, hey, I know that you can't give me the exact money for X amount of this and that in gold. I said, but what would be y'all's best offer? And he's like, well, I'd have to see the piece. I said, you're not going to keep the piece. You're just going to melt it down for gold. Like, I said, well, I can send you pictures. And I did. To no avail. Wasting my damn time. Traffic is so bad right now. No wonder it's 5 o'clock. So when I see my doctor tomorrow, I'm going to ask her if she's hiring. But, I mean, even if I get a job somewhere, you guys, it still's not going to help. My truck's far, so I won't have a job. You see how that works? Because I have no way to shower. I have no way to feed myself. I have no way to do anything. I'll just end up wasting away on the fucking sidewalk like I have been, looking for work for the past year. Day in and day fucking out. I mean, literally, before I even wake up, I've already got 2 or 3 missed calls, and that's at like 5 fucking a.m., you know? That's crazy. I gotta get over. No, I stay straight. No, I gotta get over. I gotta get over. Thank you. Did I tell y'all that I did a job interview for the same place and didn't even realize it until I got on the phone with the guy the other day, last week? He says, wait a second, I think I've talked to you before. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, and he looks and he comes back. He's like, give me a second. He goes, he comes back. He's like, yeah, we interviewed in March of last year. I said, March of last year? He said, yeah. I said, I was in Florida March of last year. So even when I was living in Florida, I was still applying for jobs online, and I completely forgot. Like, even when I had my job at the Billards, I was still applying for jobs online for a better job. And I completely forgot. And after he told me, you know, what year or whatever, it clicked. And I was like, oh yeah, wait a second. My bad. He's like, yeah, nothing's changed. We still can't hire you. Like, thanks, appreciate it, love you too. He's like, you still haven't found work? I said, because I told him, I said, no. I said, I've been looking for work since I interviewed with you last, and I have not found a single job. Not unless they were sex traffickers or women that wanted to invite me into their marriage, like the restaurant and the winery. Fucking weird. I'm coming over. Alright. Why are none of y'all? It's 65. Oh, Mama, bless your heart. How have you made it this far? 6'5". 5 with a 6 in front of it. I just want to go the speed limit. I just want to go 70. That's it. Y'all see that? That's a transfer truck in the fast lane, not even doing 65. Because I got 65 set on the cruise control. And I'm hauling it past everybody. Oh, God. And then there were 2 lanes. I hate that. It goes from 4 to 2 real quick. Real quick. So I think I need a vape store. I gotta eat. I've got to stop stressing myself. I feel so weak. I've felt weak since last night. When I got in the bed last night, I felt like I was going to freaking pass out. I felt so bad. It's stress, not being go 24 hours without eating and see how weak you feel. Like, people be killing me. They really do. Because, you know, I don't think the majority, at least, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut it. I'm going to shut it. Hold on one second. I got to find a GPS somewhere. All right. I wish I could play music. It kind of sucks that you can't on YouTube. I had a video this morning that had views on it, and then all of a sudden, freaking, it was demonetized. It said that music was playing in the background, and there's no music in the damn video. So I don't know how that happens, but whatever. Whatever you say, YouTube, whatever you say. Yes, sir. Let me learn, you know. Might as well go ahead and get myself in shape now. Yes, sir, you. Center. Shit. This ain't no shopping center, homie. Directions, so I have to find stuff myself. So I had to cut the maps off and go find it myself. So let's hope that it's right here. Yes, it is. Okay, thank God. God, my head is pounding. I can be, like, seriously, it hurts so bad because of the light. It's a migraine. It's a stress migraine. Love that. I need cards. Where's my First Citizen Bank card? Let's go ahead and get all of the money that we can. Well, there ain't but $17 in there. Where's my card? What the fuck? This book bag has become problematic already, and I've only had it for a day. I can't find nothing I need. Just, where is my... There they are. There they are. I found it. I found it. It's from where I went in the bank. I separated them. Okay, my head is killing me. Oh. I'm so sore from working out. Just screw it. I don't make enough of it anyways. Really don't. It's the wild part. Trying to decide. Nobody's tried to help me. I wish I would stop with the lies. Like, Jesus Christ. The lies. More lies.
Tastes good, though.
As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. Hi, sweetheart.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. I just wanted to get one of these gummies, please. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, you want a recommendation?
Yes.
Because I've taken a lot of these. These ones are the fucking best. They're those, just two of them. But, like, I don't know. Those are stronger. I've had one of those and then one of those.
How much are those, the Loud Cloud? For just one pack.
Technically, you would only need to eat like half of it.
Okay.
It'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
I ate the whole thing, and it made me sleep for 12 hours, and I felt drunk when I woke up the next morning.
That's fine.
Definitely well worth it, though.
Thank you. I need to eat.
Yep.
That's why I eat them, too, so I could eat, because I don't have an appetite.
Me neither. Stress be that way, man.
You could also do the four-way cut. Because I've done that on those. They are the strongest.
Thank you.
I will have to say this, just because of my own self-conscious mind and everything. Do not take it and drive.
Okay, I got you.
It will mess you up.
Okay.
Do not take it and drive.
Thank
Kicks in
you.
within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me.
Strong. Like, I have to tell everybody that just for my own.
Peace of mind. I know. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Lord, they talking about have fun. What did I buy? I thought I was just getting CBD. Lord, is that hilarious? They in there giving me warnings and damn. Don't. Okay. I hear you. Damn. Well, we ain't eating nothing right now. They got me scared. Did y'all hear that? She's like, I mean, I'm glad, thank God, but like, Jesus, Lord. What the hell? We might need to take a drug test after we take this. Oh, this is a child-resistant package. A Delta 9, so it's THC. It's Delta 9 right there. Delta 9. So it's the legal stuff. But, like, I ain't never got a warning like that before, honey. Let me tell you. We're going to put those to the side. We need to go to Walmart and get your... Because, listen, I know I ain't had a shower. I'm scared to leave myself exposed because this motherfucker is over here signing paperwork behind my back. You know, trying to get my truck took. So... I'm just scared to leave myself exposed. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning that I have to make in order to stay sober. So, you know, it's just, I don't know what to do. I think the best plan of action would be to not leave my vehicle for a long period of time until my doctor's appointment. So this is what we're doing. I don't know. You know, I drove 6 counties away. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. There's a good chance I can go into Walmart and come out and my truck be gone. And legally speaking, I can't do anything about it. You hear what I'm going through. You hear what they say. Of no assistance. Of no assistance. You know, and I've tried to fight 3 times to fix this issue. And they don't want to help me. They don't want to help me. So, you know, it is what it is. If my insults offend you, you might be one of the people I'm talking about. Why are you taking it personal if you're not an idiot? If you wouldn't park in the middle of the damn driveway, preventing traffic from driving around a gas station, then why are you getting offended? Unless you're the type of person that would park in the middle of the parking lot to prevent anybody from accessing the rest of the gas station. It turns to what? Oh, no, it don't. THC turns to THC when it's heated. I mean, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's THC or if it's CBD. It's the same damn thing. It's marijuana. It doesn't matter. It's marijuana. It's probably one of the few things keeping me fucking sane right now. Because let's not forget, they wanted to put me on Xanax because that would make life better. Stupidest shit I ever heard. Let's put you on Xanax because the last time you were on it, you caught 2 felony attempted murder charges. So let's put you back on it because that'll help you. Think about that. Tell me that they're not big farm driven. Tell me they're not big pharmaceutically driven. I told them down at Chapel Hill. I told the doctors, I said, the last time I took Xanax, I ended up in prison for 5 years. So, I'm just saying that I don't think that I need Xanax. I think that marijuana is a better option. And it doesn't even have to be full-fledged marijuana. I do CBD and the Delta 9, which is completely different. I mean, it's not. It's the same thing, but it's not as strong. Where is this place at? Oh, there it is. Oh my God, this homeless guy walking down the road in a wet shirt, like, bless his heart, with a walker. Hold on 1 second. Around the corner, so that's good. It has been so hot that my AC has barely worked half of the day. You have it on full blast all the way at the lowest setting and you still can't feel it. It's that hot. When it gets over 95, 94 degrees, it just gets hotter and hotter in here. To the point that the AC doesn't even work. Whoa, which way am I going? Alright, you there? Okay. Oh my God, did this just bring me to a freak Walmart that's not even open? Bro. I just don't understand. Oh, it is open. Okay. I'm sorry. Jesus. I really thought the place was closed. It looks closed. It looks deserted. It's kind of creepy. Super deserted. Get something to eat. Where is? That's what I need. Where in the world? You know what? I guess I'll just use my Cash App card since I don't know where the frick it is. I can't find that damn food stamp card because I don't know where nothing is because I had to move everything out of my damn truck. Excuse me. Grab a banana. Banana. Got rocks in my shoes. Excuse me. That's ridiculous. You know, I used to have my abuser would intentionally upset me so that I didn't eat for days and I felt like crap. It took me about 12 years to figure out that he was doing this intentionally. He would upset me intentionally so that I would harm myself by not eating from the stress that I would undergo. Or he would repo my car because I went and, and this is what they want. And so this is nothing new, me not being able to eat from the stress. It's just that at least I can pick up on the abuse now. I don't want any sweets. I want a plate of Thai. That's what I want. Something that actually tastes good and it's not genetically modified with a bunch of crap in it. I guess I'm just going to get a banana and some yogurt because, yeah. I don't know what else to buy. There is nothing else to buy. I mean, your options are pretty non-existent. This is it. And if you're anything like me, you know that all of that is fake. Here's the chicken, but like I told you guys, they only sell the whole chicken. So if they had half of that chicken, I would get it, but they sell the whole thing and it would go to waste. What the heck? Where the hell is the yogurt? It's like all the way on the other side of the store. Backwards. Usually it's back there. I don't think I've ever seen the yogurt by the darn deli, but whatever. It's kind of weird. These are what I was telling y'all about. Look at that. Where's the fruit? Oh, it's just non-existent nowadays. Shrinkflation at its finest. I'm gonna do my favorite one. See, they only sell the whole chicken. Now, let me ask you this. Why would you have this hot bar right next to that? What do I know? Well, I got 2 yogurts and a banana. That's the best I can do. At least I can shove these down and survive. You can go ahead if you want to, yeah. Oh, you're fine. Go ahead. It's no big deal. I'm in no rush. Yeah, I know. I'm in no rush. I know. Okay. It's on there. Jesus. Have a good one. Y'all, that guy was talking to me. Y'all have no clue what's going on, but I'm about to tell you. Hold on, wait till I get in the car. I like to just get hit by that car. Jesus. Oh, here's another one. Just go on. You got the right of way, of course. You're the pedestrian. People are unbelievable. So apparently, that guy that was in the grocery store, he probably freaking... I was probably on his ass or something because he says everybody's in a rush. I think he was talking about me, but maybe I'm taking it personal because I was in a rush. I don't know. All I know is that I am in a rush because I can't leave my car exposed because I got some crazy man after me trying to take my car when he's never even paid a bill or had insurance on the motherfucker. And Alley Financial is just saying, okay, yeah, he can do it. Like, what? What? So, you know, when all of this happened, I went to them and told them, I took them all the paperwork from the restraining order and that stuff, right? It didn't help. They've done nothing to help me. As a matter of fact, they've made things harder on me. I think that guy was talking about me rushing. because he got kind of like snappy. Listen, if y'all saw him, it would be very clear to you that he's got stuff going on. We all have problems in life. I get it. I see it. I said you could go in front of me. I'm sorry you're having a bad day and that you feel somebody rushed you, but maybe that means that you need to step it up in life. I don't know what to tell you. It's not my fault. You don't know how to move. It's absolutely your responsibility to get the fuck out of people's way. Okay? So if you haven't been told today and you're holding up traffic, and please get the fuck out of people's way so that they can go live their shitty lives, okay? And go try to fix their problems. That's so funny. I feel horrible. Oh, God. I saw him when we were walking in the store. I saw the long toboggan and the black clothes and the, and I was just like, I hope he's okay. And then we run into each other at the checkout lane. He's not okay. He's not okay. Me neither. I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's why when he got snappy, I just stepped off. I was just like, listen, whether or not he's talking about me, this is my match today. I need to shut the fuck up. For this grown man that feels like he's a woman beats my ass in the checkout lane. Ah! Y'all. Life is wild. Absolutely wild. Like buck fucking wild. Well, I never knew what buck wild meant until my life started falling apart. Let me tell you. That's about right. He looks at his, so y'all heard me say, you can go in front of me. I said, you can go ahead. And he looks at his items and then he looks at me and I said, oh, it's fine. He was asking how many items he had, how many items I had, which is sweet. Okay. Thank you. That means a lot. He seemed like a good dude. He just seemed like he was having a bad day. And he looks at his items. He looks at me and I said, no, it's fine. You can go ahead. I'm in no rush. And he's good. He says, everybody else is. Did y'all hear that? That's what he said. He said, good, because everybody else is. And then he was still saying shit under his breath. So that's what made me think, like, is he talking about me? Like, because we got out of the car at the same time. Like I told you, I saw him walk into the Walmart beside me. He was behind me, actually. So I saw him when I was out of my car. And my little legs must move a lot faster because I went in the double doors before he did. But I saw him when I was getting out of my car. So, I don't know. Was I on his ass before I drove in the parking lot? Or was he just having a bad day? It is 5 o'clock though, so it was probably traffic that some pissed him off. Or either it was me. I don't know. I'm sorry if I did. I'm sorry. Oh, but it's crazy that I saw him beforehand and made a mental note of it. And then we get to the checkout lane and it's him. Of course it is. Of course it is. And then I said, you can go ahead. I'm not that much in a rush. And he says, everybody else is. And then he's mumbling under his breath. So I'm like, shit, is he talking about me? Because there's a good chance if he feels rushed in life, it was definitely me. Oh, Lord. Well, whoever you are, I wish the best for you. And, yeah, seriously, I'm sorry if it was me that pissed you off. All I know is that I was out of there before he was. He got the checkout lane, and then, because I told him to go in front of me, but still and yet, even after having to wait at least 20 seconds on a different checkout lane, I still made it out of that fucking Walmart before he did. And he had a checkout lane accessible with the same amount of items as me. So listen. Baby, please don't apply for any jobs as a clerk at any Walmart. That's all I'm saying. You need to be doing something where you can go your own pace in life. Oh, that's hilarious. Y'all, I made it worse because he looked at his items and then looked at my item. I made it worse by saying, no, it's fine. Go ahead. I'm not in that big of a rush. That's when he snapped. He's like, everybody else is. That's what he said. He said, I think he said, are you sure? I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and listen to it and hope that I can hear it. Oh, shit. No. Why does these lanes be doing that? They turn into turning lanes. Bro, you setting people up for failure and car accidents. Yeah, he says, I thought he could have said, are you sure? Because everybody else is. So funny. He didn't look like he was having an easy time. When I see people that are like, I don't know, like, they look like they haven't seen, like, Elon Musk. Have y'all seen him naked? You don't want to, but, like, but he's pale. He's this weird-ass pale of, like, fluorescent white, okay? It's a different shade of cracker, okay? And it's, like, bright. It's a bright cracker, okay? And it's usually a sign that people are, number one, they're not getting the vitamin minerals that they need for from their diet, so it can be a cell of poor nutrition, but also it's a sign of not going out the house. When you see people that are that freaking fluorescent, white people that are fluorescent, it's usually because they're isolating. See a lot of people that suffer with depression. People, their hair will be falling out. They're a weird color of white, and they ain't seen the sun since Jesus was a boy. And they're eating crappy food, which is making it all worse. They all go back together. It's just one big cycle. One big circle. Continuous self-abuse. And it, you know, a lot of people don't handle depression and anxiety that well. I don't. So when I see somebody like that, I can only imagine what they've been through or what they're going through. So when I saw him in the parking lot, my immediate thought was, damn, he's having a rough time. And so it's kind of pretty ironic that we come to this checkout line together. And that's why I said, oh, you can go ahead, it's fine. I mean, he was technically walking in front of me, so of course I'm going to be like, go ahead, dude. You were technically in front of me. You're next. Bless his heart. He said, are you sure? I think he said, are you sure? Because everybody else is in a rush. I am so sorry. And, you know, maybe it was me. Maybe he saw me on the highway. Remember, I was doing like 60 under the speed limit and I took off. Hold on one second. I got to find somewhere to park real quick because I'm taking it in for the night. We're going to bed. Going to bed. Does anybody else feel like Jennifer Soto is slow? Am I the only one that feels that way? Has anybody seen her interview? It's crazy. She literally she talks about her daughter sleeping with her boyfriend like it's no big thing. It's crazy. Hold on. Where's that yogurt? Go ahead and try to eat one of those right now. And if he was talking about me, I was trying to hurry up in here so that I could get in there and get my food and I didn't have to leave myself exposed. Why does it smell like that? Is it the mango? Probably. Sometimes that's got a weird smell. Oh, this one's runnier. I think y'all added too much water. Usually they're a little thicker. When I get my business geared towards something one day, I'm not be profiting off of people who can't pay their bills. I can promise you that. I will never profit off of people like I watch other people profit off of me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do something good that gives back to others. But when I ultimately end up hiring people to assist me with my channel and growth, I could never take advantage of those people. I don't see how employers in these large companies, that I know why they do it. It's for money. But I could never do that to somebody. Because my whole life I've spent fighting to try to do the right things. I've been fighting for the right to go to school and work. It's just crazy. Hold on. Fighting for the right to go to school and work. I got financial aid money. I can sign up tomorrow and take classes. I got tons of money sitting in financial aid, more than enough to finish a degree. You have to have work, though. You have to be able to work to pay your bills so that you can go to school. Ooh, I smell weed. Somebody's smoking the devil's lettuce. In this neighborhood? Let me find out. It's a bougie. God, I think maybe that's a skunk. It's a little loud. Let me find out these people over here connections like that. Stop by. Hello. I saw you had this big beautiful yard and I smelt the devil's lettuce. Can I be your friend? No, see, that's how you get you. That's how they get you. Don't be doing that shit. Stay away from people that try to use marijuana and stuff as a tool to get close to you. I have people try that shit all the time. Oh, wait. The best ones are the ones that think I'm on, like, hard drugs. Like, dudes that come into the club trying to throw hard drugs in my face so I'll sleep with them. That's the funny one. That's hilarious to me. It's one of those, like, gotcha bitch moments. Like, oh, you thought you had me? Newsflash, I'm clean. Yeah. Newsflash, I don't touch drugs. Joke's on you. Haha. Thought you had me. And here's the kicker. Even when I was doing drugs, I wasn't fooling with people like that for drug money. So I don't know why people would think that I would do it now sober. Like, I don't know. But I can't make sense of people's stupidities. Whoa, what are you doing? Wouldn't that be some shit? I get in a car accident and my truck get totaled right before, damn, they take it. They swear I did it intentionally. And I'm like, but dude pulled out in front of me. Dude T-boned me. How did I do that intentionally? That's what they told me a few years back when I hit some deer with a different insurance company. I'm like, bro, I live in the mountains. Like, what do you want from me? Like, I don't make the migration plan for packs of deers. I'm sorry. I didn't plan for us to travel early dawn that morning. It's not my fault. I can't help I hit a damn deer. Like, I damn went out to the forest and made a pack with 3 different deer to kill my truck. You know what I mean? Like, Bambi, I'm gonna need your mother first, then your daddy, then you. Like, what? That's what happened all in like less than a year span of time or something. It was something crazy, y'all. I do know that I hit a deer, they fixed it. I hit a deer, they fixed it. 6 days later, after getting my car back from the shop, from the second hit, I'd only had the car for like 6 days. I hit a deer. Third one. Oh, God. They dropped my ass so fast. It was because I was traveling from Charlotte for work to my house. It's a 4-hour drive commute. But when you're making $100,000 a year, you don't even think about it. You're like, fuck yeah, I'm making that drive. Like, where am I? Where am I? Me no. You know what's crazy is I was just on one side of town earlier today, and gas was like $3.35, but then I go to a different part of town, and gas on the bad side of town where you might get kidnapped and killed, it's $3.07. That's a damn 20-something cent difference. Well, right at 20. Well, no, over. What am I saying? Oh, this is a weird driveway. Great, my face is starting to break out. Of course it is. Per usual, looking for a, yeah, I'm looking and my GPS doesn't work. I have to figure it out on my own there at the end. Oh, that's not it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What music video was that? Oh, that was Gucci Mane. To believe or not to believe. Do y'all remember that? Hilarious. God, why is that so funny? Why is that so funny? So he says, so Gucci Mane gets pulled into court over fake hair getting caught on fire in the club because him and his friends were popping bottles in the clubs. It's so funny. It's a skit. It's just supposed to be for comedy, you guys. Just hang with me. Oh, shit, I hit a tree. It's okay. I didn't hit it. I just tapped it. And it's just the limbs. So Gucci Mane goes into court and they got this court reporter. It's in the video. You need to go see it. It's hilarious. Oh, teeth. I got something in my teeth. Y'all didn't tell me. Where's those toothpicks? Y'all gotta see. I'm trying to think what song it is. I think it's Law. I think it's, yes, that's Law. That's Law. Yeah, so anyways, it's that song. So you can go find it on YouTube and see what I'm talking about. If you've never seen that music video, it is one of the best, funniest music videos ever. They wanted it to be that way, though. It was supposed to be like comedy or whatever. But this girl catches her hair on fire. Oh, Yo Gotti, thank you. I'm so sorry. Yes, it's Yo Gotti. And he says, why did you pull the defendant in here today? And it's like, well, we was in the club. It's so funny. And we popping bottles, and my hair was swinging, and it caught on fire. It's been like forever since I've seen it. Something like that, but it's hilarious. Oh, God, y'all. Oh, God. There's a meth head on me. That's meth heads, okay? That's meth heads, y'all. I'm not, yes, honey. That's drugs, okay? Like, yo. And y'all say I'm crazy. Okay. 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 Whatever you say, honey. Like, literally, he saw me. First of all, he was up. He saw me turn down here and freaking, yeah. Look. Nobody else around me. He saw me pull in here. That's what a meth head is, honey. So imagine if I didn't have my car, y'all. Like, I'm literally gonna get killed within a week. I give it a week of me walking before I'm attacked or raped. I mean, I can't even drive down the road. That motherfucker was sitting up there on the top of this hill, and he boarded down here on his fucking three-wheeler. His fucking, what is that, a tricycle? It's a goddamn tricycle. He saw me from up there and wheeled down this road behind my car, came in right here at this stop sign, and, you know, it's going to be so much worse when I'm walking down the street. Like, can somebody please front me the money for my fucking car payment? I'm not sucking your dick, but I can pay you the money back when I get my fucking, whatchamacallit. There was some lady in here, I don't know. It doesn't matter. All I'm going to tell you is that there have been people on my live chat saying that they'll help me, but I want my followers to know that those are scam artists that do not want to help me whatsoever. They actually are trying to get my personal information. See, that's how that works. Yeah. But if anybody wants to donate the money and they want me back, I'll absolutely pay it back. And I have receipts that I can show you that I'm getting paid from YouTube. My channel was monetized and I'm just in between paychecks. And I can't do anything about it. All I know though is that I'm going to my doctor tomorrow, and after I ask her for a job, if she tells me that she can't give me a job, then I'm just going to completely fucking lose all hope. Because I've done everything that society told me to do. And it's so frustrating to fill out thousands of job applications and to hear nothing back from over 50% of them. And then the over 400 and now 418 job interviews that I've done, they won't hire me. They tell me it's because of my criminal record. Even though it's been almost 10 years since I had any illegal charges, been in jail or anything like that. I'm not currently on probation. I don't have any outstanding legal charges. I don't have any warrants. This motherfucker's gonna piss me off. Get the fuck up the road, buddy. People like you give me a fucking bad name. So fucking over it, man. Everybody's out here fucking trying to scheme on you. Like, my truck has been a way to protect myself. I mean, it's just fucking crazy that he saw me. I saw him at the top of the hill, like I said, and it's just crazy that he went through all of that trouble to come down here to see what I was doing. Because I'm a pretty girl and he's methed out of his mind. What did I tell you guys? When people are on meth, they become hyper fixated on anything that has a venom. Anything. It doesn't matter if you're good looking, if you're not. It doesn't matter. You are at risk when you are around a person that is on methamphetamines. That shit is crazy. We just covered a story the other day where this man killed his girlfriend with his other girlfriend, and they were fucking strung out on meth. And there's people out here just walking around on it everywhere. I mean, you can usually tell because they look like, you know, crazy. But it's going to leave me exposed to a lot of, it's going to put me in a worse situation, because not only that, even having to rely on, like, there is no public transportation, but even trying to get, like, a bus pass for a city that has public transportation, that exposes you to all kinds of shit. Do you know how dangerous those buses and the subways? You know how dangerous Union Station is? Because I was just in Union Station last year. And Union Station, you could not pay me to the Union Station by myself as a female. That's how unsafe it is. I have pictures of me in our nation's capital with drug addicts standing in Union Station high as fucking kites right next to the bell. I have a picture of me standing next to the bell outside of Union Station smiling. And there are 3 or 4 homeless drug addicts in the picture with me. It's just crazy. And the cops, people say, oh, well, just don't go around people. You don't understand. You don't have no choice. The cops will not let you stay on the good side of town, even if you're sleeping in the fucking bush. They'll arrest your ass. And when you get out of jail, they go to the bad side of town. I've had that same issue living out of my car. When I go to Walmart, where it's all white people on the good side of town, I don't have those issues. The cops don't show. I'm sorry, I have those issues. The cops show up. They tell me that I can't stay at that Walmart. I can't stay at that Planet Fitness. I can't stay here. I can't stay there. And they force you, as a van lifer, to go to the most dangerous side, drug-ridden side of town. It's fucked up. That's the last place that someone like me, who's been in recovery for years, needs to be. So you get clean, you find a job, you can't rent a house because you're a felon. It doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago. It doesn't matter if it was yesterday. And there comes a point where nobody has hired you and you lose everything, all of your hard work, years of hard work, goes down the drain. Down the drain. And there's nothing you can do about it. And actually, trying makes it worse. I wouldn't be in this situation if I wouldn't have looked for a job. I'll never get all that money back. I'll never get all that money back. 40 grand, I could have paid off the remaining 10,000 off my truck and then freaking bought the camera and the computer that I need for my business. And then still had fucking 25 grand left over, you know? You know, honestly, last year when I got kicked out of my house, my top priority was coming up with the $20,000 to sue my abuser. Somewhere between 10 and 20 is what I'm going to need for a good attorney for that magnitude of lawsuit. We're talking $250,000, so that's $250,000. That is the total of assets that I'm owed. Now, I could sue for additional money. I could sue for pain and suffering for him kidnapping me and holding me hostage for 15 years over. I could sue him for anything that I can prove, you know, anything that I can sue him for pain and suffering. So you can ask for additional money from the courts for those things outside of your assets, and it would be a good time to do so. You don't want to hire an attorney for a lawsuit. It's best to just do it all in one, which is why I haven't attempted to sue him for any small things like my truck, my other truck, or the land. It's because I would rather do it, consolidate it all into one lawsuit, and you absolutely can, attorney. So, you know, I was dead set on that. And so I was looking for work because I knew that I wanted to be able to save up this money, and I've always worked. But I also, this is the same time when the strip club started to go to shit. So, you know, everybody tells me to go dance. So I dance and there's no money. Not unless you're sucking dick. And I've never done that in strip clubs. Like, you know, so I'm not going to start today just because all of you bitches are too stupid to know how to make money. And then, you know, I go into these clubs and they're all not making money. Girls that are prettier than me are stressed out that they're not making money. And, you know, it's just like, I told you so, but you didn't want to listen. There'll never be money in dancing anymore, not unless you're prostituting yourself. I don't know. I'm stressed out and I don't know what to do. So I guess I'm not going to do anything because there's nothing that I can do, you know? Nothing that I can do. That lady freaking is like, oh, can you get your computer and call me back? I said, yeah, but not today. We'll have to schedule it for tomorrow. Like, first of all, this is literally your job. Your job for a living is to do hiring and firing for a company, and you don't even know how to call or text in advance to schedule an appointment to do a Zoom call. How did you get in your position again? Remember, she just called me and said, hey, jump on Zoom. Bitch, like, who are you again? What company are you calling for them? And did we have an appointment? Like, girl, You know what I mean? And I tried to be accommodating, and I was like, listen, I don't have my computer right now, but I can FaceTime you. No, when can you get your computer? Will it be this afternoon? And here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. They're not going to hire me. So I'll go all the way out of my way. I'll drive an hour and a half away to my storage unit, drive an hour and a half back, 3 hours of my time, spend upwards of $40 in gas doing this, only to hear no. And that's what I did when I first started looking for a job. They would be from Florida and be like, hey, there's a great position here for you at this grill. And I think it was called Capital Grill. That was one of the trips that I made. And I talked to these people for 2 or 3 weeks, going through all of their different, it was like a 3-step process to get hired. And then they tell me to come down for an interview, so I drive all the way down there. Now, don't think that I drove for that just one interview. I actually had dozens of interviews lined up, and I get down there, and it, you know, of course, same story. We checked your record. We weren't aware. And I'm like, well, it was front and center on my application through Indeed. It says it on the Indeed thing. Indeed asked me if I was a felon. I got to write out everything on Indeed, you know, so to explain the situation on my resume, on my application thing. So you knew that. You just didn't look. Because I don't have a face. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a face. I'm just an application with a number. So, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to switch this bed around right now because it is so uncomfortable. I can't even begin to put into words how uncomfortable this bed is. I would probably be better off just sleeping on the floor without the mattress. That's how uncomfortable it is with the mattress. It's because there's all of these metal parts underneath the mattress from where the seat would set, and there's no seat in here. Ouch. I will say that gummy tastes strong, though. Ooh. Let me find out they got something new. Maybe I can lay down here. I tried to pick it up. Let me see. Oh, it's still just not like I'm here. Look. It's like I'm twisted and I'm like laying backwards. This is why I worked so hard to make this fucking comfortable. You know, anything to make me comfortable makes him happy. So I'm glad that he's watching this right now, getting a thrill out of my misery. But he has for 20 years because he can't possess me, because I refuse to sell my soul, because I refuse to do drugs, because I refuse to sell my soul. I'm not doing it. You know, you had 20 years of my life. It was a great opportunity for you to let me work and go back to school, but you didn't let me do that. So I have to get away from you in order to be able to do that. You know, I gave you 20 years of my life and you got me strung out on drugs, got me convicted of fucking crimes intentionally. I'm not the only one. I won't be the last. I'm not the last. These type of people never stop. They do this shit intentionally. And, you know, I want to remember all of this. And also, this also keeps a record for the judge. You know, everything that I've been through in the past year, with this illegal eviction, with everything, it keeps a record for the judge to see. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Maybe that's why he's trying to hurt me, because he knows I'm going to sue his ass. Probably. So when you lay back, your head goes back, your middle is up, and your feet are down. Like, it's all fucked up. Like, you see how my feet are going down there? And, like, it's a hump right here from the seat. There's a hump, and it makes the mattress. And I tried to move it over into the floor right here last night, but the seats won't move up far enough for the thing to lay flat. And even if it did, there's a hump over here on this side. So there's a hump back here that's bringing this part of the mattress up. Then there's a hump over here that's bringing this part of the mattress up. And even in the middle, it's not straight. There's 2 humps over there. So it's just not the type of, you can't lay flat in here. It's impossible. Would need a piece of, like, cardboard or something. I don't know. To, like, See, and then when I move it over here, it's so far in the air that like my head is sinking. I'm laying vertically, like my head going down and my feet up in the air. Like I can't explain it, but it's not comfortable. And my phone's about to die. Sorry, I want to report this guy for harassment because every time he comes here, he says that I sell drugs. This is like the 6th. This week, he's come to my live telling people that I sell drugs. People are so fucking stupid. Don't you think if I sold drugs, I could pay my fucking bills, you retard? I really think that it should be mandatory to get an IQ before you're allowed on the internet, period. Like, seriously. I really thought that I was bad, but this year on the internet has showed me that I'm a lot smarter than most. I mean, I really thought that I was failing in life until I got a fucking channel and started seeing the fucking comments. I really thought I was failing. I wake up every morning and look at my comment section. I'm like, God, well, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. You know what I mean? At least I have morals and values and spirit and initiative and caring, and I'm empathetic and I'm all of these wonderful things. It could have been worse. I could have gotten stick shit of an end. For real. You know, the crazy thing that I've noticed over the past year is most people don't even realize that they're the exact person that I talk about. Like these men that I have to constantly block on here that go crazy on my comment section. I had one today. I blocked another one. He done went and commented on like 8 of my posts. And it's just like, dude, you are exactly who I'm talking about. You are the exact type of man that I am talking about, that I have had personal experiences with. Like, they don't even realize it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They don't realize that they're perverts. They don't care if they do. This escort service that he owned, it ruined his marriage in 2001. His wife ended up getting a divorce from him in 2000. Her name's Barbara Roberts. She was a nurse down at Danbury for damn 40 years. She can barely walk because of her health ailments, but the hospital is so understaffed that they still have her on the payroll. I'm going to tell you what, she is one vile, sorry excuse of a woman. This woman met me when I was 16 years old, and she had all the knowledge, okay? I had no fucking clue. And she could have guided me. She could have not been jealous of me, but she was. She hated me from the moment that she went. And matter of fact, she blamed me for her failed marriage, even though her husband is the one that owned an escort service. Ma'am, are you really that stupid? Are you? You are, aren't you? You are. Bless your heart. No, your marriage failed, Barbara, because your husband opened up an S service. See, that's how that works. He broke your bond. He said F you to your marriage, you and God. Okay? Cheated on you. And he coerced multiple women. Dozens. Hundreds, potentially. Hundreds, potentially. Of women. He coerced into selling their bodies so that you guys could live comfortably. I mean, it's just crazy, you know, that she sat on this property in his house for 3 decades, knowing that this man was doing this, and she said nothing. But did she spend the money? Absolutely. Did she live off the money? Absolutely. Has she ever paid rent in her life? Never. Not even out of high school. And that was her reward for keeping her mouth shut, though. A house where she never had to pay rent after they divorced. And she still lives there. She's a hoarder with 50,000 fucking pots. The house smells like urine. I mean, it's just sad to see what happened to that property. But it's okay. It'll be sold after these people die, so it doesn't matter. The kids want nothing to do with their family. Gee, I wonder why your friend is over here freaking running escorts and fucking kidnapping young girls and giving them drugs and giving them access to drugs with the intention of selling them. And then you have a mother over here who's been, I mean, I don't even know. So listen, let me tell you about this woman. So apparently she's worked at the hospital. She's been under investigation since for apparently mistreating patients. Now, when you look into this, it doesn't tell you what the complaint was for. It doesn't tell you who the patient was, of course, HIPAA. But it doesn't even tell you what the complaint was, like what the reference to the complaint was. But she's had dozens of them. And I would love to know if it has anything to do with young girls coming to her and telling her information and her not believing them. Because, you know, there's dozens of women she could have had, but she didn't. She blamed the women and allowed her husband to do this. And to do this. And it's just crazy that these people get behind each other and the women just act like they didn't even know. Like Ghislaine, like she wasn't in on it, like she wasn't acquiring women for Jeff Epstein. She absolutely was. She had a hand in it just like he did. Both of these people that I'm talking about should be in jail. Just as bad, if not worse. If not worse. I mean, I didn't see any of Epstein's victims say that they were forced into doing drugs. So I think this is a little worse, you know, to have young girls that yeah, you force into drugs with the intent of selling them. That's about as bad as it gets, in my opinion. So Barbara works at the hospital that they took me to when I tried to off myself in 2000 and whatever. When I drank the bottle of rubbing alcohol and they rushed me to the hospital, and I told you guys, I told everybody at the hospital what they were doing to me. Barbara works at that hospital. The ones that I'm currently trying to get medical records for that they don't know that if they have. They did 3 weeks ago, but then when I told them what the case was about, all of a sudden they said they got to figure it out. Isn't that interesting? Wait a second. I just checked and y'all said y'all had them. Where they at? I'm gonna need to see that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There's only one hospital in this town. There's only one sheriff's office. And there's only 2 sheriffs that even work in the sheriff's office, you know? It's super small. So when things like this happen, it's easy to cover it up. It's not hard to cover it up. And 20 years ago when this happened, it was very easy to cover it up because my abuser had people in the sheriff's department that showed up to the house when I tried to commit suicide. I didn't know it back then, but he knew those guys, and he still knows guys because those guys still work in the sheriff's department. One of them, I have on camera telling me that he said, what did he say? He said, yeah, we know who he is, but that has nothing to do with why we're making this determination in a case. It was complete bullshit. It's a very small town where he knows everybody. So it would be nothing for them to be able to destroy those medical records of me where I could try to commit suicide because that's the hospital that his ex-wife works at. And even though she's an ex-wife, still best friends, they act like they're married, but they're not married anymore. Apparently, from what he told me, she freaking racked up hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and that she took out credit cards in their kids' names. And so that's why he told me that his daughter doesn't talk to them much. She said that their daughter doesn't talk to them much because the mother racked up thousands of dollars in credit card debts on credit cards when this person was in high school. Now, this has become a new thing, a new phenomenon where parents will actually take out credit cards in their children's names. Bro, that sounds like some shit my parents would have done. I'm just being honest. That's exactly something my parents would have done if they would have been smart enough to do that. Which is really fucked up to even think that they would do that to their children. But I'm telling you right now, I used to get paid and they showed up and take my paychecks. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm in college. I need money to survive. Why are you guys showing up and taking my $2,000 paycheck every month? Like, what is going on? When I started working at 15 years old, my parents would show up and make me sign my paychecks over. So, yeah. It's one thing to charge a kid rent because you're trying to teach them some responsibility. That I agree with. But, you know, I'm glad that guy went away. I definitely don't feel safe here now, knowing that there's just like meth heads running around in the parking lot. I literally, here's the thing, you guys. I guess I'm so cute. Like, I guess supermodels just never leave the house, right? Seriously. I guess supermodels just never leave the house. They can't. I mean, the whole world would damn kidnap them and kill them. Like, there's no way. How do they stay alive? I can't even drive through a parking lot without a pervert coming and finding me and trying to stalk me. As soon as he saw my camera, he's gone now. But, like, look at what I'm saying. There's nobody around. I'm all the way in the back of the parking lot, like usual. Nobody around me. And then it'll be some fucking weirdo that rolls up and parks right here, you know? And it's like, bro. And it's never a woman. Why is it never a woman? That's another thing. When have y'all seen me other than Julie? Other than Julie. And I have grounds for that, so chill out. I had more than grounds for that. Stupid bitch. Other than Julie, why is no women showing up and fucking causing problems? Why is it always just old, bitter men? Ask yourself that. Seriously. When's the last time you seen me say, oh my God, this woman's stalking me? Never. Never. You know why? Because us women don't roll like that. We're not weirdos. And not all men are weird, just the majority. I don't make the rules. It's just how life is. Let me tell you. Well, damn, I wanted to put up my window covers, but now I'm freaked out. And there's this dude over here in a wheelchair looking at me through the bush. I wish I were lying. Y'all think I'm lying. God dang. Hold on, he's turning around now. You see him? You see the front of the wheelchair? Under the tree. Look under the tree. There's the wheelchair. He's literally so he was sitting over here on the curb a while ago. And now he's peeking at me through the bush. It's literally, I can see his pants. He's turned all the way around facing me. Where'd it go? Y'all don't see him right here. Right there. Like, what in the meth head is going here? Maybe he pulled up to the bush to pee. What you think? I don't know what he's doing. So he was standing on the curb. See where that red lunchbox is? He was standing on the curb. Well, he wasn't standing. He's in a wheelchair. Brooke, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to hell. Listen. I'm laughing because I forgot he was in a wheelchair. He was sitting over there on the corner, okay, begging for money. And then all of a sudden I look over and he's in the bush. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so scared. Yo, I don't know what he's doing. He's either taking a piss under that tree or he's staring at me. I don't know. I said, he was standing over there on that corner. No, he wasn't. He was sitting over there on that corner. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. You knew what I meant. I don't know what he's doing. The front of the chair, like his legs, are facing me. So his legs are facing the tree trunk. The back of the chair is to the back of the road. So he's facing up in the bush. Lord knows. Hell, he might be hitting a meth pipe. Shit. I wouldn't put it past nobody. That's probably what he's fucking doing. What am I saying? He's probably in that fucking meth. I can't. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. He's either peeing or smoking dope. Or staring at me. And it's actually, you can see how close he is because my camera sucks, but he's actually closer than you can tell on camera. Objects are closer than they appear. It's probably just some disabled veteran that had a twinkle or something, you know? I don't know. It's like he knew that dude that come riding on that damn scooter, the darn 3 thing, the tricycle. When that guy come around the corner, I saw him. either wave or say something to that guy, so they know each other. So listen, you got to pay attention to people. If he knows that dude, then that means he's doing meth too, because you are who you hang around. And listen, you might think that you can go around people and that you can separate yourself from the drug use, and you might be able to for a day, for 2 days, for a week, but you're always going to end up back on drugs if you're around people that are using drugs. That's just how it works. You can't trust yourself to be around people that are doing drugs. It's as simple as that. You're asking to not make it in your recovery by going, listen, there was my past that I wanted to talk to last year. I had one phone conversation with them through text, and I realized that trying to talk to them could potentially mean me on drugs. You can't expect everyone to be where you're at mentally. I don't know what he's doing. He's literally up in the bush. Still weird. A lot of these homeless people around like Planet Fitness, Walmarts, a lot of them stay up in the woods and pay attention to the trash in the parking lot and where the trash is pulling up. That if you look back in there, there's usually people living back there in tents. Y'all, now there's a car that stopped. Look, now there's a car that stopped right there. Is he doing a drug deal? I bet he's buying drugs and he didn't want to be in the camera's view. I don't know. I don't get it. You see the car? They got their flashers on. All these other cars are around them because they're blocking up the road. He's probably buying... Oh, he was buying drugs. Yep. And that was the back of his thing. That's the back. So he was facing the road. Yeah, that was... Yep. Somebody done gave him some money and he called the dope man to come drop him off some dope. Somebody gave him some money and he called the dope man to come drop him off some dope. Must be nice. I told you, dope heads make more money than I've ever made. Seriously. It's just easy to me. But, you know, it is what it is. So he sits on there every day asking for money. Doesn't make an attempt to even get a job. Gets everything handed to him. Can purchase drugs right on spot where he's getting his donations. Must be fucking nice. Pisses me off, yo. It really does. It infuriates me. It pisses me off beyond belief because, oh, that's a woman. That's a woman. Of course it is. You know, it just pisses me off because I got clean and I've worked and I've continuously worked. And it's just not right. It's fucked up. I hope God has a plan because I sure as hell don't. I'm not doing any more interviews. I don't have the gas to be spending to do that. And matter of fact, I would have about $38,000 in my pocket right now if I wouldn't have been looking for a job the past year. Every penny that I made at the Billards that I saved, every single penny went to gas. Looking for more work, running back and forth to interviews, to no avail. I mean, seriously, no avail. I haven't even heard a possibly yes from anybody. And matter of fact, like I said, over half the companies that I apply to, I never even hear back from. Back when I first started looking for a job last year, I was doing upwards of 7 interviews a day. Upwards of 7 interviews a day in person. I would get started at like 8 o'clock in the fucking morning, go do one, leave there, go do another one, and hope that I had enough time. I would tell that employer, hey, before we get started, I just want you to know in an hour and a half, I have another job interview. Letting them know, like, hey, got to speed this up because I got more interviews, you know? And it never takes an hour and a half for a job interview. So I always, you know, had more than enough time. But, you know, I would let them know, like, hey, I don't have a lot of time. We got to get this done because I only have this much time. And then I'd be out the door for another one. There were days that I did over 10 interviews in a day, and you're literally killing yourself. You haven't eaten, you're barely using the bathroom. Like, I can't do that. And, you know, constantly hearing no breaks my spirit down. I think what really put the nail in the coffin for me was the McDonald's and the Walmart. When I got that email from McDonald's telling me that they won't hire me to stop applying. That's what this said. It said, please stop applying. And then Walmart, you know, was the very next day I opened up the same exact email, but it's from Walmart and not McDonald's. And it says the same thing. It says, due to the fact my criminal history is so extensive. That's what it said. It said the extent of the criminal record is the reason that we cannot hire you. So extensiveness of the record, you know. But still, it's been almost years. It's been almost 20 years since I called a felony. So what is the problem? I'm just not doing that, and I'm not going to continue to break my back and bend over backwards for these places that don't give a fuck about who I am and the fact that I have to pay bills. Like, I know the service that I get when I go into these places, and it's shit. It's absolute shit. Nothing good anymore. You can't even go to the bank and get a fucking honest answer, but y'all want all my damn money every time I walk in somewhere. I walk out the house and I spend $100. And y'all want me to continue to do that, but y'all can't even be real with me. Y'all can't be honest with me. Y'all are scammy. Every company is scammy. Every big corporation is scammy. And they're keeping us poor. They're keeping us poor. I'm not putting effort in this shit I'm not getting a reward on. It's been a year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a job. I have a job here on YouTube now. So, you know, I don't know them. I don't know what to tell them. I can't sit. I tried. You know, and honestly, I do need better equipment and stuff because I do want to make more investigative. I want to do more investigative stuff. I would love to actually investigate some of these government agencies. And you can do that. You can do that. You don't need any kind of license to do that. You can investigate anybody you want. So it's not hard to do that, but I do need equipment. I need better tools to edit and stuff like that, and that stuff costs money. Now, you can absolutely download CapCut. Let me tell you, CapCut is trash. CapCut is trash, baby. Throw the whole damn app in the trash. It's just not for me, you know. There's other tools that I want. If I'm able to keep my truck, which it doesn't look like I am. I haven't even received a donation at all. So, which is fine. But people were saying, how can I help you? Well, here's my Cash App. You know. People want your personal information. I know that this April lady was trying to get in touch with me. No, that is a scam, you guys. That is people in the comments trying to get my hopes up. Just like the guy that sent me $6 and it looked like it was like $6 grand. You know, and it's screwed up that YouTube even has these instances. It should absolutely be preventable on YouTube's part from anything like that misleading anyone, and that's including a creator or somebody that's watching. YouTube should prevent things, the live bullying in the chat, the live chats. They should be able to prevent that stuff, and they're making an effort to do that. But I'm not the only one that talks about that issue. There's tons of people that don't even go live because of how wild it is in the damn live, and it shouldn't be. We need to turn these lives into more of a continuous thing about serious matters. Here we go. I'm sick of seeing girls online with their shit hanging out. And it's just, you're getting dumber. But it's okay. If you want to watch that, go watch it. But I'm not allowing my channel to turn into something like that. That's literally what I'm running from, is exploitation of stupidity, okay? And I'll be damned if this channel turns into me exploiting anybody. Quite the opposite. I would actually love to turn this channel into victims of these situations, whether it's victims of ST or victims of being kidnapped like myself by a sex trafficker in itself. Like, I don't know, but I would definitely like to investigate these people that are out here that are child abusers and sex traffickers. That's what we focused on. Speaking of which, there's a man, the guy that did Freedom. What was the movie? Oh, The Sound of Freedom. Yeah, the guy that did The Sound of Freedom, he's got some kind of... They have some agency, okay? And I'm going to email him tomorrow when I have Wi-Fi. And I'm going to ask if they're hiring. It's a agency where they track down known sex offenders that are out here committing more crimes. But not only that, they're heavily involved with victims of actual ST, women, children, specifically children. But I would like to, you know, you can get in contact with these people and ask for work anytime you want. And I do, anytime I see a job, I don't care if it's a creator online, I can find their email through Google. It's not a problem. And I send them, you know, requesting, like, are you hiring? This is my backstory. I'm really looking for work, and I think that I would be a great fit for this, you know? It doesn't hurt to ask. So I'm going to do that tomorrow because I have a better chance of getting a job through somebody like that than I do out here damn on Indeed. I mean, I've literally just expended every single job opportunity through Indeed. I mean, it's not a job opportunity, but I've been through every single, even if it's like, I was going back and looking at like all of the available jobs from my other phone, and freaking, because it's not on my it's not on my account. This phone is linked to my Indeed and I'm signed in. But I went back and I could see all of the old jobs that I've already applied to. It's thousands. If they were going to hire me, I would have done got a job. Every job that I go to, they push it off on somebody else to hire me. They don't want to hire me because of my background, and I get that. But it's not fair, and it's not right. And somebody was asking me, can I sue somebody for this? Absolutely. But how do you prove that they're intentionally doing it? You can't. You have to meet the burden of proof, and the burden of proof in a suit like that is proving that they intentionally did not hire you because you're a felon. I have no way to prove that, even though I know that's what it is. I have no way to prove it at all. My truck is so uncomfortable like this, seriously, so uncomfortable. I had it set up like it was set up for a reason. The whole backside is on a slant. The floor itself is on a slant forward. So if you put anything on it, you know, on the floor, it's going to be slanted. I tried last night to move everything around several times to get it comfortable, but it just was not working. And I finally get to sleep super late because I was so stressed. And this base on a freaking weed eater this morning is going around my truck. So I look out the window. I'm like, God, he must be mowing the grass with that goddamn eater out there. So I look out the fucking window. If you don't know, like, you weed eat around the edges of stuff, you need a lawnmower to cut the actual grass. All I hear is this weed eater out there for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, damn, is he cutting the grass with the weed eater? You know, like, what is taking so long? And it's right by my truck, too. It's like maybe 50 yards one way and 50 yards the other way, and he's just back and forth for 20 minutes. And I'm like, you know, there comes a point, and it was about 2 minutes in, that I was like, oh, he should be done with that by now. Why is he still out there? And then fast forward another fucking 18 minutes, he's still out there. I'm like, what in the hell? So I look out the window, and sure enough, he's running the weed eater, but he's not weed eating. He's pulling the, making it go, near, near, near. That happens a lot. That actually, I don't talk about enough. They must just have some damn guy on damn speed dial to come into these places, because I'm not even exaggerating when I say that it seems at least once a week, if not more, I get woke up by a weed eater. And sometimes, I love this too, This is how I know that I done pissed them off by staying overnight in the parking lot. I'll pull up somewhere to sleep, and maybe it's like daylight, like right now it's 6 o'clock, and so I'm just hanging out for a few hours, and then all of a sudden I put my window covers up when the sun goes down, and then I hear a leaf blower, and I'm like, what? And so I look, this was just the other day, and I look, and dude out there at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night with a damn leaf blower on, blowing the parking lot. I've had that happen several times. They do that so that the noise runs off the homeless people, because homeless people don't like noise, because we're around so much noise. We never get any peace. So, yeah. So they do that. They come out there at damn 5 in the morning. They send their buddy over with a weed eater to fucking weed eat the air by your truck for 20-something minutes. I should have filmed it, but honestly, you know, I've just gotten sick of trying to, like, show y'all, because people, I find that the majority of people are naive, and they're not going to understand it, because their minds can't even fathom it, because they're too simple-minded. The people that follow me, that subscribe to my channel, understand me and know that, yeah, know what's going on. So I just don't even talk about it, because, you know, it ain't gonna change anything. Still gonna be angry fucking business owners mad at the world, but they failed to realize that it's their policies that put me in this situation, most definitely. I mean, I knew there was a housing crisis back in 2009. I remember that, because I had friends back then I had a girlfriend that had 2 kids, and she was on a list for like 4 years before they gave her somewhere to live. And still to this day, she's never worked a job. She's never had a job. She's lived off of welfare her whole life. Must be nice. I never qualified for fucking welfare. October. I guess it is kind of like a blessing in disguise. Certain things weren't in my name, because if they were, they wouldn't have let me, they wouldn't have even helped me with damn insurance. You know what I mean, Amy? The only reason they helped me with insurance is because they did an expansion program in the state of North Carolina this past year for all of the illegal immigrants. Yeah. Well, I'm going to bed, y'all. Going to bed. Night for realsies. Yep, I don't even have my computer or my books for school or anything. I have like a whole portfolio that I need right now. I would love to actually catch up on some of my learning, but I don't have anything I need. So I guess I'll have to do that whenever I figure out what's going on. I don't know. I guess my biggest fear right now is that now that I'm yeah, I don't know. All of it. I'm just thinking about how exposed I'm going to be without my vehicle. Like, I don't mind living off the land and living in the woods, but I do mind being exposed to all of these crazy people. You see, I pull into a parking lot and the meth heads just come out of the woods. It's just crazy. And I know that it's going to be worse because I'm a very pretty girl. I know that I say, oh, I'm mediocre looking. Actually, my thoughts on that are changing as well. So, yeah. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I've been gaslit for all of the wrong reasons most of my life. I've been gaslit pretty bad. I mean, it's gaslighting. Can you gaslight for the right reason? No. But I do think that, yeah, it's going to leave me exposed and in more danger. And it's going to leave me to where I can't even take care of myself. I won't be able to shower. I won't have access to a shower. That cuts out my Planet Fitness right there. So and then they're donating stuff. Sorry, there's like this couple beside me. I won't be able to shower. I won't be able to look for work. I wasn't planning to continue anyways. Once these job interviews are done, I'm done. I have no reason to continue to look for fucking work after all this money I've spent. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I did this to myself. I'm pissed that I listened to society. Sometimes you gotta forge your own fucking path because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I did what society said to do. Get clean, go back to school, work a 9 to 5. I did all of that. And shit has blew up in my face because of that. If I wouldn't have been looking for work, I could pay my bills. And there came a point where below 10 grand and I said to myself, Brooke, you got $900 or $9 grand left. You need to make it happen. And before I knew it, I had nothing. And it's been that way past like month, 2 months. I don't even know. I've lost count. When did I quit working at the winery? When was that she showed up and said that I was a whore and I'd have been buying drugs and eating? Remember that? I was like, where is this coming from? Why would you think that I would be doing drugs? Like, what? You know why? Because she's on drugs. Allegedly. Stop hanging out with losers. Even if they have money, they're still fucking losers if they're putting you into bad situations. They're still fucking losers. If they're over there hating on you because you want to do better and you actively try, they're losers. They're jealous. Hell, even fucking homeless, I'm doing better mentally and physically than those people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously. Fuck, going through all the hardships I'm going through, I still got more goddamn sense and fucking compassion than the majority that I meet in society. So I don't think I'm doing too bad. At least I'm not heartless. At least I'm not a user or a scammer or a manipulator or conniving and fucking backstabbing and all of these horrible things that I'm seeing in people. And at least I don't try to use people for fucking financial gain at all or for sex. At least I've never coerced a young girl into harming herself. At least I've never wrongfully convicted people of crimes that they didn't commit and then ruined their fucking criminal record to the point that they can't even fucking find work. At least I've ever done the things that people have done to me, you know? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And matter of fact, I think one of the worst things that I've ever done in my life, you want to know one of the worst I've ever done in my life? Ignoring my mother before she died. That's it. It's the worst thing I've ever done. Ignoring my mother when she was still alive. So maybe this is my punishment for that, because that's how I feel every day when I'm going through all of this shit. I love you guys. We'll talk tomorrow. I'm gonna eat the other half of that fucking thing because this shit ain't working and I need to eat. I got the Reese sticks from yesterday and trail mix. And a banana. And that yogurt somewhere. Oh, and half of that Dunkin' Donut sandwich. So if I need something, I got something to eat on. I mean, I know it's not ideal, but shit. I can't do nothing about it. I guess we'll talk tomorrow or something, unless I have something exciting happen tonight with some weirdo trying to come up and kidnap me. I don't know what I'm going to do when I move to the street. I guess I'm going to have to get Starlink because I'm going to have you guys on live with me 24 hours a day. I'm going to be so unsafe out here by myself. And wouldn't you know it? Oh, God. Never mind. We'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Pray for me because God knows I need it. And if you want to donate to my fund, thank you. And if you send me the $1,200 and you want me to pay it back, put a note with like this paid back to me. And I swear to God on my life, you'll see my car payment and I'll pay you back when I get my check. It'll be most of all my check, but I don't care. At least it would put me in the green. Because not having my vehicle is going to leave me exposed, and it's going to start a whole list of problems. It's going to start with my doctor's appointment, not being able to make it to those. If I make it to one, I have one every month. So just because I make it to it tomorrow doesn't mean that I'll be able to make it to the next one, because I don't have anybody to call to give me a ride. There is no Uber. There is no transportation in that city So, yeah, it's not as easy as just calling somebody to fucking come take me. You know what I mean? Not only that, I'm going to lose all of my personal property in storage. Definitely won't be able to start my classes next month, and I'm going to look for work. So it's going to cause 10 times more problems than I already fucking have. And once again, if anybody wants me to go take a drug test, send me the money, $30. It has to say for a drug test. And as soon as I receive it, I'll go live. You can go to CVS with me, see me purchase the test. I'll pee in the cup. No, you can't watch me pee. And yeah. So I just want to throw that out there again, since I'm so on drugs, because, I find it humorous that millions of people have said I'm on drugs, but not one person has actually been willing to let me take a drug test. When I've said time and time again, let me take a drug test. If you don't believe me, let me show you. But nobody's going to do that because people are fake. See, that's what they're jealous of, is that I'm not. That I actually have the balls to do something like that because I have nothing to hide. One of the reasons that I keep these comments off is because they're not adding anything to my life. One of the reasons that I opened this channel was connect with people that I want to connect with, people that have been through things that I've been through, people that have survived through things that I'm surviving through, people that can give me good advice on which way to turn and what to do. The sad thing is, I haven't had much of that community feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's all hate that I get, the comments and the hate. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just thought that there were people out there that knew things that I didn't, but I'm not experiencing that. So that just leads me to believe that I need this channel even more than I knew. That I'm right in my assessment and my knowledge of myself and these patterns in other humans. I can't wait till I can put all of this in words when it comes to sex trafficking and my experiences with being kidnapped with somebody who used me for 20 years. I'll get better at describing it. I see my doctor tomorrow, so that's what I'm doing. I gotta see, and I'm gonna ask her for a job or ask her if she knows anybody that's hiring. I mean, like I said, it would still be 2 months. And here's the thing. I got to the point on this channel where I stopped about my job interviews because y'all don't even understand how many job interviews I do every day. I do at least 3 a day, if not more. And even on the low scale, the high skill days make up for the low scale days. You see what I'm saying? I'm constantly talking to people on the phone. I have 2 missed calls right now. I can't even see myself. Hold on, I couldn't see myself. I have missed calls right now, and it's from jobs. And so, I'm constantly, I'll be on the phone tonight till after 9 o'clock fucking answering job calls. Because it's just nonstop. But it's the same shit. I get surprised when somebody actually seems interested in their hiring process, because that's different. Most of them are not. Most of them are dead behind the eyes. Freaking, they just hopeless, and they're hiring for a business that they want me to be enthusiastic about working. For real? The fucking lady that's hiring looks like she's ready to off herself, and you want me to be excited about $7.15 a fucking hour? Anyways, I'm not going to visit anybody else in person, though. I'm not doing any more in-person interviews if they want to pay for my fucking gas. I mean, how many jobs did we fucking go to had to pay out of pocket for drug tests? That really pisses me off. Back in the day, when you took a drug test for a company, that company paid for the drug test. That's how that works. You dumbasses out here applying for jobs, paying your own fucking drug test, got me out here paying for fucking drug tests. Seriously. I wonder how many people they scammed over like that before somebody was like, wait the fuck minute. No, I ain't neither. I wonder how many people was like, yeah, fine, I'll pay the 35. Fine, I'll pay the 35. I'll pay the 35. And then they got some old head up in there that was like, what? I ain't paying $35. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy. Several drug tests I paid out of pocket for. And then one company said they were going to reimburse me to keep the receipt. And then when I went back to get the reimbursement, they weren't even there anymore. Of course not. shit be wild. Yo, did I tell y'all that I used to be a brands ambassador for like these different companies and stuff? It's like they send you out in the field to give out like free merchandise and like, I don't know, man, it's a modeling gig, okay? So I was looking at other jobs like that online or whatever, and I hit this guy up, and it was for a brands ambassador job. This was the other day, and freaking he says, "Are you single?" And I said, "Excuse me?" Or I said, "Pardon me?" And he says, "Are you single?" And I'm like, is it? And then I said, "Is this an actual business?" And he's like, yeah, I'm hiring. You know, when I worked in that brands ambassador position years ago, the guy that hired me, he tried to hit on me, and when I shut him down, we kind of had problems after that, but I still continue to work there and work next to him. So the way that it works is I guess these people are contracted through like maybe Budweiser, Cricket Wireless. These are just some of the ones that I worked for. I used to go out to the NASCAR races for Budweiser, and I was one of the Bud girls, and we would hand out free merchandise, sometimes beer coupons, free admission to certain places, like, you know, and it's just free gifts. Like when I was Cricket, we would go out to these parking lots and we would set up this game, and it was in the back of a VW Bug, and it had like this wheel, and you could come up and play this game and win prizes at Cricket, right? And we would go to different Cricket locations and hand out free merchandise and give away free sunglasses, hats, visors, just all kinds of stuff, right? So that guy that I worked for back then, when I was talking to this other guy that was looking to hire somebody for his brands ambassador company, it was like, it clicked in my mind that that guy back in the day tried to sleep with me when I was working for him. He hired me, and that was one of his first questions was I single? And it made me remember the other day talking to this new guy that had even happened. He was trying to sleep with me, and I remember when he hired me, he asked me single, and I told him yeah, because I was at the time when I worked for Cricket. And he hired me, and then he tried to sleep with me, and when I refused to sleep with him, we had problems. And I still worked there for a little while after that, but I remember being super sketched out, not trusting the guy. He was erratic. Like, I know I am, but he was more like a hard drug addict. Like, he didn't make sense. So it was weird. And then this guy the other day says, that's one of the first, it was like the second, maybe third question out of his mouth. He says, "Are you single?" What if I started getting these businesses like that? Like, seriously, that would be easy and free. Seriously, how fucking weird. What if I was a young girl, like somebody's 18-year-old daughter, and I was like, "You need to get a job." So I go and get a job, and then it's this fucking creep. It happens all the time, and they love that. Like, they prey upon young girls like that. We've talked about this channel and the statistics of that. It's very common. You know, these weak men that are out here preying upon young girls, they look for girls that are vulnerable in bad positions. And, you know, y'all see that, like, I have weirdos hunting me down off the internet trying to put me in bad positions. That dude at Myrtle Beach, like, what a creeper. It ought to be a damn charge for an employer to try to sleep with an employee. Period. Not only that, it's already a felony to freaking coerce your employee to do something that's a criminal offense. Like these people at the restaurant were trying to coerce me into selling them my body and flying to New Orleans with them. That's highly illegal. You can't coerce your employee into doing something illegal and then punish them because do it. It's just messed up. If I could make my truck payment tomorrow, I would go down there to the courthouse and sue those people in Eden tomorrow morning. If I could make my truck payment tomorrow, I would go sue them in the morning. I would file the paperwork to sue them in 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to process the paperwork. That would give me more than enough time to get my case ready. I already have all of my evidence. Listen, I got a witness list ready. I got all of the paperwork that I need to pull in witnesses. Like, listen, I'm so fucking, yes, in a fucking civil case, absolutely, when it's pertaining to wages and the EEOC and the DOC and everybody else, the Department of Labor is involved, absolutely. We're going to need to get all these waitresses in here. I want to hear what they fucking have to say. The bartenders that are selling their asses, that bullied me because I wouldn't sell my ass, let's get them on the fucking stand. Let's get them up here. They won't do that for me. It'll just be him and his fucking wife. But that's good enough. I still have the screenshots, the text messages, everything. The wages, the receipts from behind the bar, the receipts from the money that I made, from my credit card tips, the receipts from my fucking hourly rate, the receipts from him agreeing to pay me that he never paid me. I mean, it's crazy how stupid he is, actually. But, you know, I think that he was betting that I was drugs just like everybody else. I do. I think that he probably thought that I was living out of my car because I was on drugs. See, and that's where these people are starting to fuck up. Because they don't have their ducks in a row. See, I shouldn't have been able to get the amount of receipts that I have. People that are on drugs don't think ahead like I was thinking ahead, and I'm glad that I did. Not only that, I'm glad that I've learned how to verbalize communication and text to cover my ass in court, because I made it very clear text message to him. Remember, I said, hey, you were supposed to pay me $7 an hour. You only paid me $6 an hour. I'm still missing $2,000, blah, 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 blah. When are you going to pay me? And because I verbalized, hey, agreed to $7 an hour, and he says, yes, okay, I'll fix it. That's him accepting, him saying, yeah, I know, I mean, he says that. So it's in writing. So when a judge sees that and a judge asks him, hey, did you ever fix it and pay her? And he says no, he has no defense. He has no defense. It doesn't matter why he didn't pay me. He said he was going to. And by law, he has to. So that's, regardless if I get anything for the sexual harassment, for what they did to me, the way that it caused my life to fucking spiral for 6 months. You know, when you've been through trauma that has to do with any kind of sex work or sex trafficking or sexual assault, if you go through that same abuse again or try to get pushed back through that same abuse again, it's just going to throw you back to where you were when you were at your worst, going through it. You have to relive it over again. You're going through the same fucking thing. It opens up the wound and you're just bleeding out and you don't know how to stop the bleeding and you're literally suffering, and it's because you've been exposed to the same type of shit from different fucking people. And that's what causes CPTSD. You go through trauma, through another trauma, and then you go through a different trauma, and then you go through another trauma again that was just like the old trauma. And before you know it, you don't know which way is up and which way is down. You don't know how to cope with reality. You can't even work a regular job, and everybody that you meet is fucking evil. Seriously. The majority. And it's crazy how these abusers know that you've been through trauma and they prey on you because of that. And then they put you around drugs and alcohol, you know, hoping that you'll take to those things. It's not hard to prove what they did, but here's the thing. I can go file the paperwork in the morning, but if I don't have a car, I don't have a way to get to court. So that's why, one of the reasons I haven't filed is because I haven't had the money. I didn't know what was going on with the car. How am I supposed to proceed forward if I'm not have a car? You know what I mean? So I haven't been able to do anything that I talk about doing because A, I haven't had the money, and B, I don't know if I'm going to have a car to even show up for, and I have no way to do that. They don't have fucking Ubers in Eden. And if they do, they ain't going to be running at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning when I got to be at court. Well, actually, they'd have to pay like 7:45, you know? So I don't, you know, it's just, it would be impossible. And where am I going to sleep for the next 2 weeks? While I have court. I can't wait to get them in there. That's probably the first one to start with. That'll be the easiest of the three. That's the one that I have like the least evidence for, but I have everything I need. I have all of my receipts. I have the text communication. I have the sexual harassment exchange. I have everything. So I think it would be the best one to start with. That could get me $5,000 right there. They owe me over $1,300. I'll have to sit down and figure all of that out, because a judge is going to want to know that information. But good thing I have the receipt, so I could, every day that I worked, it has my hours, it has how much tips I made, it has how much credit card, how much cash, it has all that information. So you know, that's what I'm saying. I really think that these people thought that I was on drugs, and I think that they were negligent because they didn't think that I was smart enough to cover my ass. Y'all remember that I told y'all back then, I told y'all that I had a bad feeling. If you go back and look at my videos, I told you, I said, I just feel like these people are sketchy. And remember, I kept saying, there's so much I want to tell y'all, there's so much I want to tell y'all, and I couldn't tell you because I was still working there, and I needed that job so bad. That's the fucked up part, is that when I first got that job, I was so excited. Y'all remember how excited I was? I was really excited. Remember? I left the interview and I said, well, this is weird. He's texting me if I need money. We're not taking that. Remember that? And I told you guys that I don't take money from employers because I don't know what road that leads down, and I'm not willing to do anything illegal for money. So, freaking, he says, if you need any money, I can give you some money. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then the sexual harassment started right then. But I told you guys when I left my interview that he said they were looking for a general manager, remember? Or a manager. And that they were having all of these problems behind the bar. See, that was his lie to get me in there. That was his lie to get me in there. Give me something to look forward to dangle in front of my face. That's codependency. It is, and he's a master manipulator. Just like my abuser and that other person. My ex. That's what they do, man. I need Truth Finder. It could pay for Truth Finder. I can find out all the information. Dude, apparently not only he have a criminal record, but his daughters have criminal records. All of them are originally from Michigan, and then they moved to Florida, opened several businesses that didn't pay their apartment managers there. They owe some condo bunches of money down there. I talked to some apartment manager. What information I've been able to find about them online, and the people that I've talked to from the numbers and the from online, they're not good people. They have left a paper trail from freaking Michigan to Florida of bills that they owe. They literally left Michigan because of money issues, and then they moved to Florida, have a bunch of money issues, and then moved to North Carolina and have a bunch of money issues. They don't pay their employees like they're supposed to. They've got all these they're newly of age girls. I started to say underage. They're not underage. We're talking 18-ish. Living in these apartments, working at their business, selling their asses out of restaurants. So it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, and here's the thing. How long have I been telling y'all this? How many years? It's been since January. So, you know, yeah. You know. Yeah, it's been since January. I hope that guy don't come back on a tricycle. If y'all see me going to jail tonight, it's because I done maced that son of a bitch on a tricycle. For real. I maced him! Where'd he go? How creepy. I saw him when I was coming in the parking lot, and I said, oh God, look at this dude. And I was like, Brooke, mind your business. So I kept it moving. But like, for him to roll up and start doing wheelies, he was trying to like show out like it's like, bro, what the fuck? He was like doing little loop-de-loops and figure eights, and then he goes up, and like, I'm just like, and then he saw my camera and he was like, oh God. And he chilled out. He just sat there for what, like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. And then he rolled up. They see me rolling. They ain't. Oh Lord. Trying to catch me white and dirty. I'm going to have problems every day. I already know it. Because it's going to leave me exposed to all these crazy people. And y'all know that I'm not the one. Look, here goes a motherfucker right here. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Yep. In my face. Yep. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's one thing to glance at a woman. Like, he was pulling out of a parking space and he's like, he backs up. He goes forward and he starts looking at me and through the side. Okay, it's one thing to glance at a bitch. It's a whole nother fucking thing to literally ride by trying to steal her through your sight, sir. What are you trying to fucking do? Beam me up, Scotty? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you staring at me? Like, for real. Like, what are you trying to fucking I Dream a Genie me in your car? Like, seriously, there comes a point where it's like, okay, this is weird. Oh, wow, he's still staring. Oh, God, he's still staring? No way. There's no way he's still staring. Yes, he's still staring. You know what I mean? There comes a point where it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Sir, please stop before you break your motherfucking neck. You're gonna break your neck, sir. So he pulls off right there. Boom, 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 boom. And then he goes all the way around. Tell me why when he was going through those bridges, I could see him looking at me. Bush, face, bush, face. Every time he passed the bush, I saw him looking at me. Sir, you're gonna drive off the road. Stop. Please. So creepy. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I can't help it. Maybe somebody will fucking help me out until then. I don't know. Oh my God, I have so much to tell y'all one day. I'm just not, like, there's so much going on already, and start throwing new shit in the mix. People are going to be really confused. They can't handle but so many storylines at one time, so we have to stay on topic, let me tell you. Let me tell you. For real. 1000% for real. But anyways, my friend that I texted to ask to borrow the money didn't text me back. But we'll talk about that another day. Y'all, the tape, because it's a bigger picture. Is this the one I opened this morning or last night? Oh Lord, start blowing up chunks of freaking pre-workout. You're gonna know it, honey. I think this is from this morning. Why does it taste like, I don't know this, I don't know if it's, usually I like the Equate everything. Like the Walmart brand is not that bad. Like you don't have to spend a lot of money in damn surviving life. I mean, you do nowadays, but you didn't used to. And you can buy stuff at a discount. And the Equate brand works just good as the Muscle Milk. But it's kind of gritty at the bottom. Like once you make it to the bottom of the container, it's like got grit. I'm like, is there sand in here? Is this an oyster or is this a protein shake? Because it's a little, I mean, and I know that some protein is gritty, but this is different. This is more like a grit, like a sand. It's not a grit like a crumb. Okay? Oh God. And it also tastes more artificial than I'm used to, but it could be that it's just been sitting in the damn heat today. God, the warning that came with that fucking gummy. Could y'all hear? Are my comments on? Could y'all hear that lady telling me? She literally, oh no, they're not. Sorry. She literally grabbed her heart and she says, be careful. She says, just promise me that you're not going to drive. And she's like, she was probably my age. It was a woman, probably my age. Sometimes I forget my age. I mean, obviously. But freaking, she like kind of grabbed the gummies and she says, just promise me. And I'm like, I promise. Okay. But then that other dude stepped in, and the one that told me which one to get. Thank y'all so much. See, I love when I have, like, you know, I went in, I was looking for something, and they helped me. The guy immediately wasn't. He said, you should try this one. That's a whole much better. That's so much better. Yes, that's how you talk to girls. Yes, that's how you talk to girls. Okay? What you don't do is walk up and try to touch them. Or sniff them. Or try to get closer to them. Like, I don't understand it. But anyways, they were helpful. They were kind. And then the lady says, just be careful. And then the guy says, I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're strong. Thanks for helping me out. But when the guy stepped in and says, no, you need to like take a pill cutter and cut them into like sections. I said, what the hell am I buying right now? Is it freaking THC or is this methamphetamines? Why are y'all scaring me? Am I going to fall asleep and never wake up? Is there fentanyl in this? Like, Lord, I bet they might have seen my content. They might have. I don't know. This area, I haven't never been to, so it's likely though. I mean, I don't know. I think since I have had several instances where it's been very clear to me that people have seen my content and they didn't like me, like you could see that they were visibly upset by seeing me, and I hate that. That's not what I'm intending to do. I think that I'm on live entirely too much running my mouth. You know? Listen. There's a record of it, though. What's crazy, though, is that people think this is my low. It's like, bro, no. You know? I can promise you, shooting heroin was my low, babe. Like, you know what I mean? Being in the grips of heroin addiction and in and out of prison and fucking on probation, and I haven't had those problems in a long time. Y'all, I used to go to jail. They would arrest me, and then they'd fucking bond, and then they'd arrest me 2 hours later, and then I'd make bond again, and then they'd arrest me 3 hours later. And I mean, it was a vicious cycle of, and it was a weekly jail every fucking week. I did that for about, what, 5 years? Not even 3 years of in and out of jail. And then I went to prison and I got out on probation and fucking went back to drug use. I told you all my abusers showed up, had drugs. Love that. And I mean, not now, but I did then. And freaking, it was all downhill. I violated probation. I went back to prison for like another almost 4 years. Altogether, I've done like 8 years in. That's crazy. 2 years in juvie from 14 to 16. And I might have 13 and a half when they threw me in there. I can't remember. I would love to get those records from Samarkand Youth Development Center that's no longer open to protect abusers. When I went to Samarkand, there was this counselor that freaking assaulted me for 2 years. And like, here's the crazy thing. They just now shut this fucking place down. It was called Samarkand Youth Development Center. It was in Pinehurst, North Carolina. And y'all, when I say that this freaking place was so creepy, it used to be a mental asylum back in like the 1800s, okay? It is creepy, y'all. If y'all go look up pictures of that place, it is so creepy. These old buildings with this heavy, like this old machinery and shit in there, like old hospital rooms and stuff. It was an asylum. And then they turned it into some kind of boys camp in like the 60s, 70s. And then throughout the years, it was a training school for girls and boys. And when I first got sentenced there, it was co-ed. There was boys and girls. But within 2 months of me going there, it was just girls. They went to like an all-girl policy. And they moved all of the boys off campus. It was hell. It was absolute torture. I tried to run away like 2 weeks into being in there. They put you in, I mean, it's just like prison. Exactly like prison. The same model process that you go through in prison was the same way in this training school. Exactly. So when you first get there, they strip you of your clothes. They make you squat and cough. Now, mind you, I'm a 13 and a half, 14-year-old child. It's freaky. And freaking, you can't call your parents. Your parents not there. The court has sentenced you here. That means that law enforcement has the right to bring your ass back if you try to leave. And you can't leave. You're a child. Where you gonna go? Y'all, I was brave as shit. I said, listen, bitch. You a little chunky. You coming with me. We leave at dawn. True story. And freaking we ran. The next morning we were walking to lunch and breakfast. It was breakfast. It was the crack of dawn. There was still dew on the grass. We were in our state clothes, you know, because you don't have any of your regular clothes. It's jail, honey. So you don't get no clothes. You get state issue clothes with numbers on them. Feel like fucking damn potato sacks on your skin. It really does. It feels like a wool potato sack. So we're in our 8-issue uniform, and we ain't got no shackles on. We ain't got no wrist nothing on. So like I said, I picked one of the chunkier girls in the quad, and I said, we leaving. We ride it down, bitch. Get ready. We ride it. And we just fucking booked it, bro. We just ran. And the reason I wanted somebody that was a little like less fit than me, because I figured they'd get to her first, you know. I'm not even joking. So, and they did. They got her in like 30 minutes, I think they told me back in the day. Yeah. So the first thing I did was head straight for the wood line. And then when I saw that we ran, they immediately sound this alarm, and then they locked down all of the other kids. They locked them down. And so I wish that we could ride through there one day so that y'all could see these old buildings, because it literally looks like out of a horror movie. I headed for the woods. I got in the woods. I waited for a few, and they actually took all the students back in the dormitory. From that dormitory, there's like several different dormitories. Imagine a college campus with all of these different buildings, and that's what it looks like. And so freaking, I'm in the woods, and I'm like, shit, I need to get to shelter. So there was this old abandoned like house, and I decided to try to get in the house, and I did. And it's actually 3 or 4 stories, and you have to like, it was like these old metal pane windows. One of them was missing glass, and then you can like push the window up. It's like 6 glass panes, and one of them was in, so I could reach in and unlock it and push the thing up, and the window just slid up. So I remember sliding down in there, and it was mildewy, and it's old, and it's, y'all, when I tell y'all I was fucking terrified. It is so creepy in these places. You literally can feel that something bad happened in these places. Horrible. Horrible. I don't know what happened. I just know that the energy, I can feel it. I can feel it, honey. I can feel it. I don't know how to tell you. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. But the energy in the San Marcan Youth Development buildings, those old buildings from the auditorium to the schools, they have a school, they have a medical office, they have, and it sounds fancy, right? It's not. It's rundown buildings from the 1800s. They're in shambles with the roofs falling in and shit. You know, and all these people donating money to these people, thinking that it's going to a good cause. In the state, they're getting all this state funding, and it was hell. It was absolute hell. There's been other people that have talked about cases like this. Bad Baby went to some kind of ranch, and she talked about how it was. Who else? There was Paris Hilton. She's talked about how she was kidnapped out of her fucking sleep and freaking took to some Parvo ranch or something. I don't know, y'all, but it's the same type of place. And so what happened was, so I'm down this nasty ass house, okay, and I'm trying to figure out how to get back upstairs, and I realized that they have actually chained the basement closed. You can't get upstairs because they had it like chained closed. There was like some steps and a door, and they had somehow padlocked that door closed from inside, and you couldn't get inside the building. So I remember leaving out, and I remember like thinking like, where am I going to go? Maybe I can get to another town. Y'all know I was naive, because I'm like 15, maybe. No, I'm 14 or 13 and a half. I don't even remember how old I was. I was either 13 and a half or 14, because I ended up graduating there at 16 and left on my 6th birthday. So I graduated with my GED fair, and I was there for almost 2 years. I was there for over 2 years. So I had to have been 13 and a half going on 14 if I left at 16. See what I'm saying? So anyways, this is when I first got there. This was the night after I got there. They brought me there in the afternoon, and the following morning, my ass rode out at dawn. I took a friend with me so she could be my bait. I remember when I saw her in holding cell, after they caught me and they put me in the holding cell, they isolate you, they put you in a cell by yourself. I remember feeling bad, and she was mad at me. She said, I fell. That's how they got me. I fell. I remember when she fell, I saw her go down. Lord, y'all. So anyways, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about like walking into the town. Well, that would have been horrible, because they would have found me that way. Like, I was really naive. I don't know where I was expecting to go, honestly. I was just trying to get out of there. By this time, it's mid-afternoon, and I'm back in the woods, and I'm trying to find my way around this property. I know that there's a huge lake at the backside of the property of the camp. There's a huge lake, and I thought that if I could get on the other side of that lake, that I could get into a city. But I didn't want to hit a main road. See, I had already learned the year before. I had already learned the year before highways can sometimes get you in trouble. So if you're wanted by police, you want to stay off the main road. I'm sorry. I'm just like, that gummy's kicking in. It's so funny. I was a hellion, y'all. That's so funny. I mean, it's not, but it is now, you know? So anyways, I'm like, I got to get it out of here. I'm like, I'm going to make it to the other side of this pond. So I was trying to follow like the wood line to the pond to find the pond so I could find the wood line around the pond, around the backside of it, and go through these woods. I was trying to make a shortcut, and damn, I'll be damned. It's supper time too. I'm hungry. I didn't get breakfast. I didn't get lunch. I've been on the run. I've been a wanted fugitive. My spirit was low. This camp counselor saw me. Yo, when I say this man was a beast. God, you would have thought I was an actual wanted fugitive. Like, for real. Like, that man hit like he was a damn NFL star. Threw my ass in that water. Like, literally lifted me off the ground, okay? He saw me, and I saw him. And I'm literally, like, here's the river. Here's the pond. Here's the backside of the pond. And imagine a wood line that comes into the backside of this pond. He saw me from the side of the pond. I'm over here trying to make it around the backside. And when he saw me, he started running like a motherfucking track star, like Usain Bolt, okay? I just knew it was over for me. But I tried. I made it halfway around the edge of the pond, and that motherfucker had done snatched my soul out of my body, threw me on the ground, picked me back up, threw me back down again. I'm wet at this point. Water is flying everywhere. And I'm just like, oh God, here I go. This is the end. I'm coming home. They locked my ass up so quick. I was in detention for like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. I know. But I know when I got in there and that girl was in there. And we started talking because you can talk through the cell doors and stuff through the pods. And everybody was like really upset when they caught me. Like apparently everybody had been in there rooting for me to get away. So it wasn't just me that was a hellion. All of my cellmates were hellions too, apparently. Oh, that's such a good one. God, I haven't thought about that in years, yo. That dude, God, he was a coach for, he was like, what did he do? Tall, skinny white man. And I want to say that he was like, maybe, you know, because there was different departments. You could also work jobs at this training school if you were over, I think, 16 years of age and you had gotten your GED. They had like 2 or 3 jobs, just like a prison camp, that you could work at. And they, God, I swear, every time I like look down at this shit, it's just negative shit. And this is why I freaking cut it off, because it's just so much activity. Like, I feel bad for y'all. Y'all ain't never gonna have a nice life with all that negativity. Damn, I'm the one that's fucking poor and homeless. Jeez. Get a grip. Oh, Lord. So, I think that he was maybe over our, like, PE department or something to do with athletics, because the thing about this training school was it was a training school. They run like a damn freshly tuned piano. They ran that school like a training school. Not a problem. I think that kids need discipline, but there's also a point where, you know, some of their basic needs were not being even met. It's that type of place where children were most definitely harmed throughout the years, hence why they kept getting shut the hell down. So, you know, I just think that if you trust most people with too much power, they're going to take advantage of that power. It's just what happens. You know, people's motives change when a little bit of comes into the picture. You know what I mean? So I think that training school could have been a great thing, and I think that maybe it helped reform some people's lives. But people that I know from the training school and the people that I met there, they were seriously abused by workers, by staff, by medical professionals, people that were supposed to be there for them. They treated them poorly. And, you know, I was sexually assaulted there for 2 years. So, you know, I think that yeah, I can't potentially be the only one, you know. So, I can't potentially be the only one. So, it was like this. There's all these creepy photos that they had in there. And it was in the, it was in one main. So like I said, there was all these different, it was like an old school, okay, and they used all of these buildings for different things, and all the buildings were old and smelly, and it smelled like mildew, like asbestos type of shit. And some of the houses were condemned. Some of the houses that used to be old dormitories back in the 1800s, they were condemned for asbestos. So I can only assume that that house that I broke into that morning when I tried to escape was one of the houses that was condemned. There was also a pool. They had, like, we could go swimming and stuff. I remember that. They did it at night. And I know that they did that to get the kids to swim out their damn energy. I think about that now and I'm like, damn, that was smart, man. Because they had a rule that if you swim, you had to shower. And they would always let you swim at night when the sun was going down. I remember being in this huge pool with, you know, hundreds of kids. And I remember being a minority. Early age. I remember when I was in these places, especially this training school, I was definitely a minority. It was mostly black girls, and that's really sad to see. But, you know, that's my experience with foster homes and group homes too. Anytime I was in foster care, I was usually placed with a black family. I would still be a minority. And foster homes is like temporary foster homes where you go just to, you know, till your family figures out their shit. You know, they send you to a temporary foster home, and I was usually a minority in those, along with a bunch of kids. And like, yo, I don't know. I remember growing up around all of these different kids that had all these different problems from different families, and all of them really had the same story. It's all abuse and neglect that led them to be in that situation, and it's of no fault of their own. And I know that I can't blame everyone that I have in my life on my upbringing. And I've never tried to do that. So don't ever feel like, oh, it's, you know, I'm blaming my parents for all of this or somebody for all of my problems. I might be saying things the wrong way. But let me just say that it definitely had an impact on my adult life. I recognize that. And you need to recognize that there's a good childhood had an impact on your adult life too. Because it happens a lot. And these parents are perfect. No family is perfect. But part of fixing the problem is recognizing where the problem is, where it lies, how it started, and how to prevent it from happening again. You know, I don't need children. I can even take care of myself. So, you know, I can't even take care of myself. You know, but I have family members, siblings, that keep having kids, and they don't want to have these conversations with themselves. And, you know, I think it's important that if you're having kids to have serious conversations, because if my parent had serious conversations with me and told me the reality of the harshest of real life, then there's a good chance I might not have ended up going down some of the roads that I went down, you know. Also, I think that my parents shouldn't have beat us like they did. I don't think that, you know, there's a girl on here that her name is, I think it's Kim. She does the Cigarette Mom. Does anybody know her? Oh, y'all know her? I think it's Kimberly something. She's married. Her and her wife do TikToks and stuff. Well, it started out as Kim's page. She's real young, and she just introduced her wife like a month ago. And they're both very sweet. Kimberly does YouTube stuff on here, and she kind of blew up this year. And she does a impression of a cigarette mom. And it's crazy because, listen, I love watching these, and I love Kim, and I love her impersonations, and she does a magnificent job. I mean, it's hilarious. If you haven't seen, just look up Kimberly Cigarette Mom, and you'll be able to find it. Y'all, I have to watch those, like, carefully, because they will literally, like, trigger something in me that just makes me break down. And it's because that's how I was talked to as a kid, and that shit's not normal. But my mom was more brutal than Kimberly. I think Kim, I think Kim started doing this because she realized that her upbringing wasn't right, that it was kind of aggressive. And listen, we love our cigarette moms, but there's a line. I don't know if Kim has been abused like I was abused, but my parents, they were cigarette parents, and they beat the shit out of us. At least me, okay? I think that they stopped doing that with my younger siblings because they saw that, I was the oldest, and I was the guinea pig for the family, always. So, any medications that a doctor would say that I might need, my parents would just shove it down my throat. It was a rough childhood, but Kim, I love her stuff, but every time I watch her clips, I can hear my mom, I can relive things, and sometimes I like to watch them, and sometimes they really upset me. But it's through her opening up about that it's spread awareness of how some of us was raised in the South. And I think that it was okay to scream and hit and spit and punch your kids back in the day. I mean, nobody really said anything. It's the way that they were raised, right? I don't know. I don't think it's okay to hit children. I've never thought it was okay to hit children. Yeah, she's pretty funny, man. She's pretty funny. She's another one that nobody knew that was like married or whatever, like Nurse John. Y'all remember me telling you about Nurse John? They found he was married to a woman. He does like parodies and stuff on TikTok or, YouTube. And he acts like, he is a nurse. So he, you know what I mean? He does these skits where he acts like a nurse, and people got mad when they found out he was married to a woman because everybody just assumed he was fucking gay. Why don't you stop assuming shit? Please. It aggravates me so bad. God, just because he's got a little sugar in his tank, baby, don't mean he's gay. Okay? A lot of us are sweet around here. But for real, people got so out of whack over that. They're like, oh my God, cancel him. That's the culture now, though. I'm so glad, on one side note, I'm so glad that they shut that school down, because I went back a couple years ago when I got clean and I started researching that school, and it's so bad. We should definitely talk about that one day. It took over 100 years to get that place shut down. And it was just one bad thing after another. They would turn it into a mental asylum, and then it would get shut down 10 years later. And then they turn it to an all girls school, and then it gets shut down 10 years later. Come on, man. That ain't normal. And then, this was back in the day when they were doing lobotomies and cold water plunges and all kinds of crazy stuff. Some of those rooms had old medical equipment in it because it's tons of different buildings. And like I said, there were several jobs that you could work there. And one of them was packing. They would receive shipments for the cafeteria and stuff. And so they had a whole warehouse that was for our food. So it would have cans of baked beans, cans of green beans, cans of corn, cans of damn potted meat. I don't know what it was, but you know what I mean? It'd be these huge food supplies. And I ended up working in the kitchen at one point. I do remember that. That was pretty fun. I would end up working in the kitchen in prison for 2 days. Anyways, but it was just a mini prison. That's what's so crazy to me that I never realized until I really sat down and thought about this recently. But it was it was getting you prepared for big girl prison. That's exactly what it was. It was a training school to get you prepared for big girl prison. Because the majority of us that got out of that training school went on to catch felonies. We're all doing the same shit. This prison system, there is no reform. There is no program. There is no prevention. There is no plan. And those are things that you need when you get out of prison. You need a community. You need a plan. You need a goal. And when you're 16 years old leaving one of these places and you ain't got no family and they throw you in a foster home and you run away, you're just on the streets for good. They don't come looking for you. They don't care. You're not their problem until you get in trouble again, and then they need to put you back in prison. We have a broken juvenile system, broken prison system. And it's all for profit. Everything. Yeah, I'm glad they shut it down. It was pretty bad. There were some fun moments. I remember that, what did I do there? Oh, I was on a dance team. Always. And we did singing stuff. We would go and volunteer our time to sing for like old people, and like it was, you know, they made us get involved in the community. I remember doing I remember doing NA and AA. But listen, here's the kicker. I'd never even done drugs then, but I wanted to go off campus so bad. So I said that I drank alcohol. Or no. I said that I had smoked marijuana. Like, you'll do anything to just out of there. Like, I mean, you're freaking 15. And, you know, my parents were so strict, so I never had a life anyway. So when I got to training school, all these kids are talking about shit that I know nothing about, because I never even been able to buy a fucking magazine. They wouldn't even let me buy a K-13 magazine out of the freaking store, you know? Like, they kept me isolated. So, I mean, thank Turpin. Thank the Turpin case, okay? Like, no social skills. I finally go off to training school and people were picking on my accent. Never even knew I had an accent because I've been so isolated. I've never heard other people speak from other accents. Like, seriously, it was that bad. That bad. But yeah, so I get off there, and I was there for 2.5 years, something like that. But what else did we do there? Oh, I got to work out. So I sang, I did dance there. We would volunteer our time, go to NAAA. I lied about doing marijuana so that I could confess. There was I did like the majorette thing there too. I did baton. You know what's crazy is every time majorette, doing the baton always ended up back in my life at the perfect times. Like when I went off to high school, and for like the first year of my freshman year of high school, I was a majorette for the band. And then I go off to training school, and ironically, they need a majorette there. So here I am doing a majorette there too. It was kind of weird. I got heavily involved in dance and stuff there. There were programs for us to do there. But we could swim at night. There was a workout room. You can't go of your own free will. They have designated times, you know, of course. But, I mean, it was a rough 2 years. Taking off that first day after I got there, though, that was wild. I look back on that, and I'm like, yeah, you've always been kind of, getting broke. Just a little bit. I remember when I went to prison, y'all, I was like, it just was not clicking that I was in prison. It was not clicking. It was not registering. You know what I mean? I was like, how? No. Oh, that shit's funny now because I don't have those problems. I remember trying to talk somebody into flying my ass out there. For real. I was like, well, you better find somebody and pay them to cut through that fucking fence. Oh, God. About to have a damn Samarkand 2.0 over here at the Raleigh Maximum Security Prison. Oh, God. I was Delulu. Hilarious now. Oh, God. Lulu. Alright, I'm about to get off here. Ugh, damn it. The bottle of water is all the way down here. Alright, I got it. Yeah, probably not staying here tonight because this freaking guy is over here, like, watching me. He's been on his scooter watching me for, like, 35 minutes. The guy on the tricycle. So, I can't stay here because of that. I don't know what I'm going to do. When here's the thing. If I wasn't in a car right now, you know, he would have been over trying to talk to me if I wasn't in a car. So I'm going to have all kinds of crackheads coming out of the fucking woodworks like this. And I'm not trying to be insensitive by calling them crackheads, but I used to be a fucking addict. And I wasn't out here treating people like that. That's all I'm saying. Like, even when I was on hard drugs, I still fucking had common sense and respect for others. And people lose that shit. And, you know, maybe people lose that shit when they start doing drugs. They lose their self, their conscience. They're not normal. They're surface level. They turn surface level people. They're only after one objective, the drugs. Their only benefit is of their own. That's the only thing they're concerned about. Whatever is in the benefit of them reaching their goal of getting drugs. And that's part of the reason that I left that life. But there's no security in it. None whatsoever. You can never trust anybody that is on drugs. And even though, like, when I was, on drugs, I wasn't doing stuff like that, I didn't blame people when they didn't trust me. You know what's crazy, though? Is that even when I was on drugs, people left me around stuff, and, like, they knew that I would never do that. They knew my character. But if somebody ever did try to treat me funny because of that, I wouldn't have took it personal, because I would know why. It's because I'm on drugs, you know what I mean? But, yeah. The reason I talk about drugs so much is because it affects life. I see what's going on out here. I'm out here. I see what people are doing, how they're living. People are not doing okay at all. This guy's weird too. What the fuck? This guy's out of his car. Look, another one. And another one. I'm going to be so fuck exposed. I mean, honestly, here's my thinking. What are the chances they take me to jail for a long time for defending myself? Pretty high. Y'all see how they act when I call them for help. I mean, credit. Let's stop. Let's give credit where credit is due. When we were in Charleston and that one guy he got out of his car and was about to open my door, and I stuck my camera out the window, and he turned around and ran back to his car and got in his car and sat there, dumbass. Like, what'd you think? I wasn't gonna call the police? Bitch, what you think? I'm scared of the police? I ain't got no warrants. I'm not living wrong. My hands are clean, honey. I hope yours are, because they on the way, baby. You know what I mean? So I called the police. Like, don't... Shit. You lucky I didn't damn roll my window down and make you right in there, sir. 10 years ago, I more than likely would have. So I showed him some damn grace, okay? I called the cops, and they did search him. So let's give credit where credit is due. The cops searched him. Weirdo. Like, he still ain't left. Now he just now leaving. Like, sir, what are you doing? Look, he don't know what he's doing. He's just trying to act busy. Now he see I got my camera out. Trying to act unsuspicious. Don't act suspicious. Motherfucker, you are suspicious. You're the definition. Usual suspect. Lord. No, but for real, I have more issues with white middle-aged men than anybody. I'm not trying to call anybody out. That's just been my experience. I'll see what these motherfuckers look like. I can't help it. I don't make the rules. And I ain't talking about you if you ain't out here acting like that. I know most of my regular followers never. Y'all would never. Like, not to me, not to anyone. Because, y'all, hell, half of the people that leave nice stuff on my... Ouch. Shit, y'all. I just ripped my... Oh, my God. I just ripped my skin off. How deep is it? I'm trying... Oh, it feels deep. Oh. Damn it. It's just the outer skin part, but it's a big old chunk. You can't even see it. It's literally a chunk of meat. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it alone. It's the leather. My elbow was on the leather, and I guess I twisted funny, and it fucking rolled the meat off the bone. What the frick? So, anyways, going back to usual suspects. No, but for real, I've only, like, the one guy on the bicycle, he was dark-skinned, but I also think he was on drugs. The one guy at the car wash that night when I was dumping trash. And just, my windows were down. I was all exposed. I was cleaning stuff off the truck bed. And then I also had a bag of trash that we had dumped. And then he just rolls up. And I'm glad that I was getting in at the right moment, because I was able to crank the car and, like, roll the windows up and shut the door and lock them. But he just sat there looking at me, and I'm just like, what the heck? You know, here's the thing. A lot of these drug addicts like that, they're looking for any opportunity to try to talk to you so that they can spit you game so that they can play you. Like, you don't make eye contact with these people. You don't give your phone number. You don't talk to these people out here. Anyone that's trying to approach you that looks homeless, you just leave them alone, okay? Like, you need to go the opposite way. Because people out here are crazy. Seriously. I see some of y'all, especially elderly people, stopping at these Walmarts and freaking giving these people money. Like, I've seen people, old men and women, get out of their car, walk through 2 lanes of traffic to hand some panhandler some damn money. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you want everybody to know you're giving the homeless guy money? Well, that could lead to you getting killed. Like, y'all are just, Lord. Maybe I should have got panhandling license. I just can't do it, you know? I can't do it. You know, I don't know, man. I feel it's different asking somebody to borrow the $1,200, like, from one of my followers or something. It's a whole different story to be out here asking people who are actually shopping at a discount store for money. Like, 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. We're all fucking struggling. Why do y'all think I've been talking about this shit for a year? And I'm going to continue to talk about it because it interests me. It truly interests me. I love economics. Maybe I should go back for that. I don't know. But I also love politics. I mean, God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Everything I keep learning, and just love it. I love soaking that shit up. It really interests me. I mean, they say every vote counts. Honestly, politics is so much more than that. Politics is like all of these trees, have all of these branches that you know, it's like one life force. But if not for all of these branches and the system, it wouldn't be. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that go into politics, and there's a lot of stuff that move, a lot of people that move in the shadows, a lot of moving in the shadows work that's going on, a lot of secretiveness, and it shouldn't be. I wish that the system wasn't this way. I really do. Ow, my elbow hurts. Can y'all even see it? It literally took that chunk. There's like a, yeah, there you go. It rolled my elbow up. It hurts. At least it's not bleeding. It was actually, the more that it rolled up, yeah, the more that it rolled up, the deeper it was going. So I stopped it right before it probably started bleeding because, dang it, I'm always getting hurt. So that Samarkand Youth Development Center, I remember when I was getting my GED there, I remember that they kind of like rushed me through it. Like, they really didn't have to teach us there. The teachers that were there were not actual, like, I don't know if they were real teachers or not. It didn't seem like it. We never did any classwork there. It was literally like we were supposed to be getting educated, but they didn't have enough educators to educate us. They definitely didn't have interim directors and teachers and all of that to be running a full campus of students, which was crazy. Even at the time, I'm like, how is this a state-operated facility, but we don't even have educators here to teach us? Like, we weren't going to school. We weren't going to school. Ain't that crazy? Campus, 100 students, and none of them are getting educated. How does your education just stop if you go to juvie? It's not supposed to, but it did at Samarkand. That's the stuff that I would love to educate, like, love to invest in now, especially women that were in Samarkand Youth Development Center. If you were in Samarkand, I'd love to talk to you. That would be awesome. Me too. I wonder if we were there at the same time. Were you my friend that I left in the woods? I'm sorry. Y'all, that was wild. I remember being in a fight there, and this girl and me fighting, and they put me in the hole, and I remember the guards had come in and said, so y'all want to fight? And they were like, go ahead and fight. And they encouraged us to fight. Correctional officers. Encouraging inmates to fight. That's crazy. So no wonder I grew up fighting all the time, because I was encouraged by some people on several occasions. And I was actually threatened that if I didn't defend myself, things would be worse for me. That sucks, because I don't want to hurt people. I've never wanted to hurt people, and if anything, I want to help people. So it sucks that I was taught that bad behavior at an early age. why I talk about these things now, because they personally affect me. Some dude, I posted something the other day with Nick talking about how you need to like love your daughters and tell your daughters that you love them, and some dude freaking comments trying to be like, I guess, funny or like a smart ass, and he's like, well, what about you? What about your father? And I freaking just laid it all out, and you know, of course he didn't respond because he was like, you know, trying to be an asshole. Listen, I never said I'm perfect. I don't know who led you to believe that I was, but I'm not. And I've been open about everything, you know. But the reason why is because nobody talks about these things. Not many people survive through drug addiction and their trauma. They really don't. They kill themselves with alcohol. They kill themselves with porn. They kill themselves their marriage, and people self-destruct because of what's happened to them. I think that God has allowed me to start opening up about this stuff so that we can talk about them. That's what I want to do, and that's what I want this channel to be about, is talking about serious issues. When I asked my mom why dad wasn't a dad, she said because his dad wasn't a dad to him. And you know, that never made sense to me. Still doesn't. I just feel like that would be more motivation to be better. I know it would be for me. So I don't understand why people make excuses, but I know that's important to talk about things. And it's not my fault that my dad wasn't a dad. It's not my fault that my parents didn't have conversations with me. None of that's my fault. And it's not necessarily their fault either. You know, sometimes you're just a victim of your environment. And your parents are as well. And I know that for a fact. My parents had rough lives. My mother was in and out of foster care herself from my grandmother that I love so much, Grandma Millie. So, you know, Grandma Millie was wild, apparently. Runs in the family. Yeah, she said that, so the family said that my grandma used to beat up on my papa. Like, she used to whoop his ass. Like, it didn't matter where they were. She'd just drop kick his ass in the middle of the street. Like, Grandma? Really? Like, that is so messed up. And then, you know, but you hear stories like that, and you're like, oh, that's why they're not together. He couldn't take her heavy hand no more. Bless her heart. Bless his heart. God. Poor Papa. But you know, your family is not going to tell you these little secrets because it's embarrassing for them. And then also the older generations, they just were raised not to talk about these things. You know, there was so much secrecy in my family. You know, I truly feel like if my stepdad would have told me that he struggled with heroin addiction before he met my mother, I truly feel like that might have deterred me from trying heavy drugs. Seriously, 1000%. But he never disclosed that information to me. And in fact, even as a child, when I was not doing drugs, I didn't do drugs as a child. I didn't start doing drugs till I met my abuser. I might have smoked some marijuana, and I don't even think I would even drink alcohol until I started dancing, really. I never liked it. But freaking, when he met my mom, apparently he had been in and out of rehab for heroin addiction in the 80s. And his family, you know, remember I told you he come from money. They own concrete companies all over the east coast of North Carolina. And freaking, they sell heavy equipment, and they do paving and grading or whatever. Anyways, he come from money, but his family had disowned him because he had a heroin addiction. And then he met my mom. But I just think that you need to tell your kids these things. And you know, here's the thing. I question now whether or not he was clean or if he struggled with addiction, because I look how much money my mother made, and I look at how much money he made. I look at our housing arrangement. I look at the cars they have. I look at, you know, the way that we were living financially. I don't know. I wonder if he was still struggling with heroin addiction. If he was, that would make sense why things were the way that they were, because it was bad. But I have no way of knowing that information, and even if he's alive, he would never be honest about it. This is not the type of man that's ever confronted any of his issues in life head on. It's not the type of man that's able to sit down and have any kind of real conversation that's meaningful. Surface level. Just like the people at Samarkand, surface level. All of the workers that worked there, like, they didn't know how to help kids. It seems like they were just substitute teachers. You know, it was weird. It was so weird. Very dangerous place, and I'm glad it's shut down. Yo, this guy on this fucking... Listen, look. Y'all think I'm kidding. There it goes again. See what I'm saying? How bad do you think it's going... How bad do you think it's going to be when I freaking don't have a car? I'm going to end up dead. That shit hurts so bad. It took the whole little, like, circle. It's like a dime size amount. I know that you can't see it, but damn. I'm always getting hurt. I got a boo-boo. We can kiss it. Please kiss my boo-boo. Yo. Alright, fuck out of here. God. Oh, my knees. Oh, my knees. I've been sitting here for a while. I was kind of in, like, the frog position on this mattress because there's a hump and I don't have any other way. I mean, I was actually comfortable. Weirdly enough. Dude, so I have no doubt that he probably lives in these woods back here. So he's headed up. Oh, you can't see him. Let me hurry up. He's headed up this walkway back there. He's headed right up beside the truck next to the road. He's heading up that path. So I have no doubt that they probably live in these woods back here. I'm just freaked out, dude. I don't want to be anywhere near any kind of shit going on. You know, and it's sad that I have to be like this. But, like, here's the thing. If you talk to them one time, they'll never leave you alone. Like, you don't need to be talking to people like that. And you need to stay away from people like that. It's ridiculous because you will get killed. God. Maybe if I move to the other side of the parking lot where I'm not, like, right here or something. I don't know. Let's move and see if that's better and see if, like, that dude will leave me alone. Like, he just sat there for, like, an hour staring at me. And then, I mean, he is asking for money, so he's there legitimately. Ooh, I see what they mean. We're not going nowhere. I feel sick. I just wish that, like, people would leave me alone. And it's only going to get worse. It's only get worse. Yes. See, you see this trash right here? This is what I mean. This is how you can tell that there's people living in there. First, look at all this trash. You see this? Somebody's been living over here and throwing trash everywhere. You see these woods? People live back in these woods, y'all. I'm telling y'all. A known fact about Walmart. It's a known fact that most of the woods that surround the area are housing homeless people. You gotta be careful. I see drug deals go down all the time. Hell, just watch one, essentially. I mean, I don't know what he handed her. I just know that they was passing something through the window. Is she moving forward? Oh, she got her little new Subi. Congrats on your car buy. I'm trying to figure out where to go. I kind of want to be over there. Listen, I'm right there with you, girl. I'm going to go buy me a little used car, too. Call it a fucking day. I don't know how. It's probably going to take me 4 to 6 months before I'll be able to save up the money to buy something. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. There's only so much you can do. Seriously. Somebody told me that I needed to watch The Pursuit of Happiness with freaking Will Smith. Has anybody seen that? I haven't seen it. I don't know if I ever, last movie I saw with him was Men in Black, one of the newer ones. I'm gonna eat yogurt so I feel better. Damn, I'm gonna need gas. I need to stop running my truck. I'm almost on E. I am on E. Always, every single day. Gotta get gas every single day. Hell, when I was doing job interviews, I got gas several times a day. I wouldn't always fill up because I wouldn't always have the money to, like, fill up right then and there for damn $4 a damn gallon. I mean, at least gas is a little cheaper. Damn, I ain't got no bags or nothing in here. Oh, Lord. Y'all hear that? Was like, damn. I rolled my window down and it started. I was like, damn, is the city that loud out there? It just happened to start when I rolled the window down. I don't know if I even have a spoon, y'all. Remember we cleaned everything out? Oh my God, I don't. Where? What's the best plan? What's the best plan? What you think? Oh, those little toffee pieces look so good. Look. This is those pieces of toffee chocolate chips. Lots of little pieces of toffee and chocolate chips. There we go. I was going to get off the phone with y'all, but really, I mean, you know, whatever. I think that gummy's making me feel better. Good. Good, good. Where is... I'm not taking any more of these melatonins ever again. I felt like this morning for this brand. They're trash. I just throw the whole thing in the trash. I mean, they make you feel like you drank a 6-pack before bed. Legitimately. Like, how does that even work? I thought that was a natural occurring, like, thing, melatonin. Or is that man-made? I thought melatonin was found in, like, teas and stuff. Am I tripping? Don't they have melatonin teas? Or do they add the man-made pill to the tea? Or is melatonin come out of a plant like caffeine? Do you see what I'm saying? Does anybody know? Oh my God. Watch the comments, not even me. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Does anybody know? Is this stuff man-made? I thought melatonin was in plants. I'm so sorry, y'all. Ain't that sad I have to keep doing that because people are just like rude. So first of all, this stuff is horrible for children. I've knew people that allowed their kids to take this stuff. I would not recommend doing it if you want your kid to have a normal sleep pattern, because I'm a grown-ass adult and this messes up my sleep. Having to rely on this, like, and I haven't even really been relying on it that much. And it's kind of like I said, it makes you feel like you're hungover. So you take one of them, and I'm talking about one. That's 5 milligrams. I took one, and it freaking made me hungover the next morning. This morning, I felt like crap. Not only was I nauseous, but I was hot from the medication. That's the only thing I took. And every time I take it, it's the same thing. It makes me feel like I have a hangover from alcohol. You know, like you wake up, you're like parched as hell. You kind of, your balance is off a little bit. You have a headache. Like, you just, this overwhelming sense of like low energy, soreness. Like, yeah. This stuff cannot be good. I don't know if it's man-made. It says melatonin is a naturally occurring compound that is produced by the body. So, but, alright, so what you doing? You taking this out of human bodies? Like, what? Where did it come from? It's gotta be natural occurring, right? I don't know. I mean, it says it is, but it's gotta be, like, some naturally occurring source, right? Like, leaves, or, like, tea. Well, it could be. It says melatonin has been associated with normal body rhythms and sleep patterns. Yeah, because it knocks your ass out cold. But what they don't tell you is you wake up feeling like ass. And then when you don't have it, you can't sleep. I'm gonna get robbed. I ain't even got nothing to take. Do you have a mattress? Actually, I got Gap insurance. You want the truck? I could pay the loan off and get me a new car. Cheaper. Yes, I know it's a disinfectant wipe, but it'll be fine. I've actually never had to break my face out or anything. That guy from that club in Virginia keeps texting me, asking me if I want a job at this club called Pure Gold. No, it wasn't Pure Gold. Pure shit, I don't know, man. I didn't even respond. Hell no, dude. Last time I was in Virginia, no. That girl, yo, her breath was so bad. It was so bad. This is sad. I'm rolling on nubs. You know one great thing about reporting these is that I'm keeping like screenshots. I literally will pull down a Uno reverse on these assholes saying that friggin' that they've made it impossible for me to make fucking money because they don't have any preventatives and measure anything, any kind of preventative for me getting bullied. Like, you're literally costing me money because you don't have your shit together, YouTube. Like, for real. You're not even supposed to YouTube if you're under 13. At all. And why should they be? Look at the porn that's all over here. Do y'all see the pop-up ads for porn? And friggin', they say it's workout clothes. The girl has her damn camel toe front and center. Yeah, okay, workout clothes. She's just doing yoga. Okay. If you want to believe that, okay. I'm telling you. She's teaching your young daughter how to be a whore. But whatever, Susan. Whatever. I would hope some of my siblings and extended cousins and stuff know better than to subject their kids to this shit. But unfortunately, I think that they've fallen in with the bunch of the crowd, you know, that allow their children to have social media. And yeah, it's kind of sad. It is. I'm glad it wasn't around when I was like 20. At least I got to live my life a little bit, you know. I wasn't stuck by the fear of tomorrow. At least I was out going to festivals. I used to love to go to shows. I do love music, but like concert and stuff. I used to love that. I'm trying to get it out. Shit is not good. It's like the topping's good, the bottom's not great today. It's like coconutty. It says caramel, but I smell coconut. I think the yogurt is coconut. Yeah, the toppings are good. The yogurt's just like a little bitter. Yo, I saw Grandma walking down the road the other day and I wanted to stop and give her a ride, but I was so stressed out, I just couldn't. Breaks my heart to see elderly people out here like struggling, especially like people walking with like, when I see people walking with their tissues and bath tissue and like cleaning supply, it just breaks my heart for people. Alright. So I got to eat a portion of that. Where's that bottle? Damn it. There it is. I'm like, where's the cap? So I have a bad habit of taking the caps off and not putting them back on anything. And then I got half open drinks with no lid laying everywhere. Yeah, I'm never taking that shit again. Alright, y'all. I'm about to run. I hope y'all have a good night. I'm gonna drive to the bathroom. I'm scared. Well, I don't want to walk all the way that far. I feel like I'm exposing myself. I know this is a Lysol wipe, but listen, it'll be fine. Wash my hands with it too. I'm trying to decide if I want to walk in or if I want to drive up there and then park elsewhere. I don't know if I'm so creeped out. Would y'all stay here with that dude in the woods? With the dude in the woods? Would y'all stay here with that dude? With the guy in the woods following me around? Would you stay here? I typically wouldn't, but I don't know. It's kind of sad that I can't even, like, live my life. Constantly be worried about some fucking horny dude on meth. It's getting so bad, too. Every time I go into a store, there's somebody on drugs somewhere in the vicinity. I mean, I see probably over a dozen people a day that are obviously strung out on drugs. It didn't used to be that bad. What time is it? I'm just going to walk you guys in with me. Oh. Hold on one second. Damn it. Why is my lights on? I had to get in the back and grab my book bag. All these fucking crazy meth heads riding around. You don't want to leave yourself in the back. You don't leave your shit in here. So I guess I'm going to have to carry my bag in with me. Because all fucking meth heads are going to stress me out to the point that I can't damn leave anything laying around. Like, damn, dude. I've already had my car broken into down in Florida. And, like, that was my fault. I left it unlocked and some stuff got gone. But, like, I have never had my, like, windows busted out, but I've had people take stuff out of my car, absolutely. And not only that, from my place at my job. I had somebody steal something from behind the bar one time, my whole bag. So, like, I've had bad shit go down. And when you experience that, it makes you be on guard with your property, which you need to be because you're homeless. You lose your fucking ID, you get a job. You don't have a car to go get a new ID. You don't have an address to order one offline. Do you see how it works? Like, it just is more fucking problems if you don't have your shit and your ducks in a row. I got to use that so bad. I've literally been in this car all day because I don't want to leave my car. And don't leave my fucking car. God, I'm so sore. Look at all this shit. Look at the toilet paper from where somebody just pissed right there. Look at that. Disgusting. Oh, yeah, those are woods down in there. It's probably a homeless encampment somewhere around here. Multiple ones. You know it. Oh, damn. You know what I just realized? I can't go in Walmart with a fucking book bag. What am I thinking? Jesus Christ. You can't go in Walmart with a book bag. What am I going to fucking do when I... What am I gonna fucking do? How am I gonna buy groceries and food every day if I gotta run around with a bag? I'm getting fucking, like, over this shit. Like, so over this shit. I already can't find shit in this goddamn book bag, and it's already pissing me off. Like, I can't never find nothing I need. Living out of my fucking, car. Ouch. And then freaking also not being able to find, where the frick? Earlier I had a whole bottle of Magnum. I can't find nothing. There it is. Jesus. I'm taking my mace with me. One of them. I'm also carrying 2 pocket knives and another weapon. It's ridiculous. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. And here's the thing about these type of places. When your shit does get breaking into or something does happen, you can best believe the business is going to disassociate yourself from as far away from whatever happened as possible. They might damn call the cops for you, but that's about it. Fucked. Even if they know who it is, and you best believe it's somebody that's been in this store several times, probably done got caught stealing several times, probably in the area, you know. I remember one time, me and my friend Mark was sitting in this parking lot. It was over at the Roses outlet in Burlington, North Carolina. And, we were sitting there, we were about to do some drugs or something. And, the cop comes through the parking lot. And I said, oh God, this is it. I'm going down. And, I'm trying to do drugs before the cop can get out the car and get to me so he can pull me out the window. And he did. As soon as he got in the window, he pulls me out the window by my throat. He's like, spit it out, spit it out. He's literally got my whole body, little old me, lifted off the ground. And he's strangling me. He's telling me to spit it out. And I went to jail, of course. But I'll never forget how they just saw us. And I was guilty by association. And they didn't even know me. They didn't even have any interactions with me, didn't know me, but because I was with him, I was guilty by association. I like how I was the first one they pull out the car, though. Why am I dang? Y'all know him. Go talk to him first. Y'all said y'all saw us, and you seen him, and that's what gave y'all suspicion. Talk to him then. Why you out the car by my throat? That was like 2008, 9, maybe 10, maybe 2010. That's a long time ago, y'all. Ain't that crazy? 15 years? Over. Way over. Or no, 15 years, yeah. Oh. Dude, I hope them people ain't, like, gonna be out there knocking on my car or nothing tonight, y'all. Please pray for me, because this be driving me crazy. The stress. I don't want to be left alone. For real, you know? I just want a little peace. Like, look how crappy I look. The amount of stress. Oh. I started having a disassociation. I left you there for a minute mentally. Oh, my shoulder hurts really bad. I definitely pulled something in it. It's been messed up for a while though. Like a week, maybe a little bit longer. It like, I don't know. It's like tweaked. Like I lifted something too heavy and it's like a pulled tendon in it. Did I even bring a card? No. Good. Good. I wish it would rain and cool it off. It's hot. And I'm not going to be able to run my truck anymore tonight. And how I fill up in the morning, that's pretty much going to break me. It's like, what the fuck? I just filled up. Please don't run me over. Please pay attention. God, I'm gonna get kidnapped. You would think that looking rough would be a deterrent, but it's not. I'll tell you. It's not. I think that might make it worse. Oh, that's a nice Winnebago. Winnebago, that's a nice one. Super. See, I can go get me one of those now. Maybe after like 6 months of living in the fucking woods. Be much better than what I'm doing. Like, Jesus, having to deal with this son of a bitch every 3 months because he wants to pop up those problems in my life. Over here trying to sign my fucking truck away. Like, what a dumbass. I mean, at least they told me. I will say that. I mean, because legally they have to. That's the only reason. You best believe it. They've told me a few things the past 2 years. I will say that. But they ain't really tried to help me. You know what I mean? They haven't tried to fix the situation. They ain't trying to try to damn listen to me. And every time I've offered them paperwork, like when I was doing construction, I had proof of income. More than enough. And they didn't even want to look at the paperwork. Like I said, every time I've offered to send them paperwork, they just ask a series of questions. And I'm like, is this it? Is it? And then they say no. Oh, no, I can't do that. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you even ask me? Why'd you even ask me? I think I'm going to be okay here tonight. I don't see that dude. I just want to be left alone. I'm sure he's not a bad guy. I don't know, though. You know. I don't know. Me no say. Me no know. Me no say. Me no know. I'm going to chill out on the liquid, even feeling super dehydrated. So the first thing I'm going to do in the morning is get up early and go to the gym. Speaking of which, since I ain't leaving... Ow, my freaking elbow. Y'all, I got to rip that skin off. I'm sorry. It just keeps getting hung on everything. Oh. Okay. Jesus Christ, it's huge. God, I really ripped the skin off my elbow a while ago. It hurts. It's raw. What I did was I rolled it on that leather and it's disgusting. I'm sorry. Ow, I keep hitting it though. Jesus. I'm accident prone. I'm sore from the gym. Y'all see how it's a chunk missing. Gosh, it's sore. It's like raw. I don't know if you can see it. It's a red sore. It's the size of a dime. It hurts. I keep hitting it. I probably need to disinfect it with one of them wipes, to be honest. I mean, I know that it's multi-purpose, okay? You're better off getting a little disinfectant in there than not. Especially since we ain't showered today. We're going to shower in the morning before the doctor's appointment. I'm just been scared to leave my car. We might actually shower right before my doctor's appointment tomorrow. That burns. It's alright though. Better than getting staph. But yeah, let me go ahead and put my window cover up. Where's it at? Yeah, I usually stay pretty good on my showering and stay on top of it unless I'm depressed or I'm going through a stressful moment and I'm going through mania like right now. This is not even that bad. Last year it was really bad. It was so bad last year. And, you know, like I said, they know that, like, certain people know throughout the years that when I go through a stressful situation, the worst thing for me is to go through the same exact stress or something similar that's stressful. It throws me way off track and I can't get back on track. Like I just set in a perpetual state of depression. I can't move. I can't eat. I can't shower. I don't even want to have to get up to go to the bathroom. That's aggravating when I'm going through a depressive episode. It's so aggravating. I'm sorry. There's a guy in a truck. Of course there is. There's two of them. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Nada? Hello, who are you? That's not the same guy from earlier, is it? I mean, it's just never ending, dude. Like, what the fuck is this dude doing? So he was leaving, and then he pulled over when I started putting up my window cover. Oh, why are you... Oh, look. So I put the window cover down, and now he's pulling off. What the fuck, yo? People, listen. You better pay attention out here, because people are stupid, yo. Like, here's the thing. I'm putting my window cover up. He's coming out, and pulls over. I've had several people... I remember just a few weeks ago, we had a guy that I was in the car. He saw me and over to watch me. Remember, I was on live. And they do this thing where they pull over to watch you out of their rear view mirror. They're watching you out of the side mirrors, honey. When they do that, they can see right into your car. So, yeah. So, I don't know what he was doing, but I'm telling you, the motherfucker decides to run up. I feel sorry for the son of a bitch. That's all I'm saying. Because it's going to be up. Oh, God. For real. I'm gonna just be like, listen here, you mother fricker. I've been waiting my whole life. You know what's sad, though, is that I'll probably still end up dead. But it's okay. At least I went out with a fight, and that's all that matters. Because God knows. God knows. God knows. I can't wait to see my doctor tomorrow and tell her all this shit. She's going to be like, Brooke, what the fuck? The last time I talked to you, you told me you were fine. Yeah, I'm always fine. I'm not just going to tell you everything that I have going on in my life. Like, Jesus, I just met you. Literally. Like 3 doctor's appointments ago, right? 4? 3, 4? I think it's been 4. She's my new doctor. I like her. She's pretty cool. She did... I'm trying to plug y'all up. Yeah, over 1 million people, DD. Over 1 million people live in their cars like I do. Over 1 million. And that's just what, like, you know, they can pick up from, like, the, what's that data? It starts with a C. I don't know. But anyways, they can, yeah, around 1 million people live in this way. You know, a lot of them are kind of off-grid. They go into town, they get their needs, and then they go back off-grid and stay somewhere on some land. I've not had that option. I've also been looking for work full-time, you know, up to 60 hours a week. So when you're looking for work like that, you really don't have time to not be in the city. You have to be in the city for your job interviews. Where the hell did my vape be going? I'm gonna put this window cover up. Yeah, I slept like shit last night. I'll probably sleep like shit tonight because my bed can't get comfortable. There went a van lifer that we just passed. Remember? We were coming out of Walmart and there was a van lifer right there. That's somebody that lives in their car, most definitely. Ouch. Hold on one second. You know, something that I've noticed, though, a lot of these full-time van lifers, though, they have money. The ones that have those fancy get-ups, they're making six-figure fucking jobs. They're just doing it the smart way. And I really, you know, it really sucks because, like, they don't get treated that way. They don't go into Planet Fitness and get, you know, treated like I get treated. So because I don't have a damn $100,000 damn Mercedes-Benz damn, you know, thing, that's a problem. Like, seriously. Oh, let me tell y'all some more about that. Yes. Oh, I did tell you everything. My truck's cleaned out. Well, I guess I'm about to go to bed, y'all. Gotta get up tomorrow, and I got to go to my doctor's appointment. I don't know when I'm gonna go shower. At this point, I don't feel comfortable leaving my truck at all, unless it's to use the bathroom because of what took place today with Ellie. So, anyways, it is what it is. Y'all be safe. We'll talk tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Pray for me because God knows I need it. And, yeah, be safe. Bye.